All right, man. And we're back, Jerron.
What's up? What's up?
Holy crap. That was what, like a 6-week break, I think?
Something like that.
Break? Yeah, man. We had to. It was the holidays, school, finals, work, moving. Yeah, man.
Oh
A
yeah,
lot of things happened.
it's true. Got that new setup.
Exactly. That new crispy audio quality.
Exactly. Hope y'all appreciate it, man.
Exactly. This is what RNVP Sports Music Episode 5,
AKA the bum ass Knicks edition. Yes.
Oh my god!
I said it.
Oh, we get right into it. Okay. All right. Okay. First of all, first things in order. How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. I got these 4-day work weeks now. The rest is lit.
Yeah, Jerron out here with the nice 3-day weekend type of situations every day, which is like nice. I'm trying to be like him when I grow up.
Bro, having Wednesdays off and like having a day off in the middle of the week, so refreshing, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like that sounds like the life. I need to get like you, honestly.
And the 10-hour days don't really like I thought it'd be like a hassle, but it's really not. Like for working 10 hours 4 days a week to have a day off is like it's nothing.
Yeah, it pretty much, yeah, especially if you work on something that's like your passion. Like if you like doing it and you're good at it, like it's not like a regular, like I'm not gonna say like a part-time job where you work that 1 10-hour shift and it sucks, right?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. When I used to be at Krispy Kreme, yeah, those 10-hour shifts are trash.
Like, when you're doing something that you got your degree in, it's a completely different type of feeling.
Exactly.
How
you been?
Man, school. I just probably watched the best show I've ever watched in my entire life in Game of Thrones. Like I'm John, you know me, bro. Like I like hype, but I don't really fall into the hype like that. I gotta like see it for myself. That is one of those things where it was appropriately hyped. Like, wow. Yeah. I would suggest you watch it. 67 episodes. Yeah, I can't wait to season 8. Season 8, last season comes out in April. I'm Team Jon Snow. That dude, he's built different. He's built Jerron, he built different. He's different. Like, if you take Aragorn,
I don't know who you're talking about. I ain't never.
Okay, this is Jon Snow. This is the last time I'm gonna say. This is the last thing. If you take this is Jon Snow. Jon Snow is Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, harder. Like he is harder. Like he is tough. Like it is no. He wants all the smoke. This is all I want to say. But yeah, let get off of Game of Thrones and let's get into this NFL right quick.
All right,
this NFL. So we got the Super Bowl matchup of the Rams and the Patriots. But first, I want to talk about the conference championship games because there's a lot of like storylines to come out of that. So I think we're going to start with the easiest one, the Chiefs and the Patriots. How did you feel about that game? And did you watch it? Like, what were your takeaways?
I watched the second half of it. It was a good game. I was going for Mahomes, but hey, Tom Brady's a GOAT. I can't say nothing else. As soon as the Chiefs lost the coin toss or whatever, it was a wrap.
Yeah, like I don't even know how I say about that game because I'm like you. I watched the third quarter and up, and I was like, think I was doing homework that day, and I had the TV off while the game was going on, and I was looking at Yahoo Sports just to check the score, and I was like, dang, the Chiefs. It's only 7-0, and it's like the second quarter. I was like, wow, I guess the Patriots are controlling the game, and they were. And then I got done with my homework, and then I turned on the game, and it was nuts. Like that second half was as entertaining as you could get. That fourth quarter was crazy. Those were just two quarterbacks not blinking at all. Like, Tom Brady still is football Jesus. Both them interceptions weren't his fault. They went right through the hands of his receivers, and they ain't helping him at all and getting the ball picked off. But other than that, like he was perfect. Patrick Mahomes came out that second half and was throwing BBs in the cold.
Yeah, that man was nervous that first half. That second, I don't know what they told that man in the second half, but that man came out. He's like, "Oh yeah, I know how to play football."
Yeah, like it. Wow, it was pretty crazy. Like the last 5 minutes.
And at the end of the fourth, when that man needed to march down the field to get a field goal, and that man did it in 2 plays, I like Mahomes. Are you human? Like,
yeah, that's just special. Like he's like really, 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 really.
I was like, man, like if the Chiefs gonna make it down the field, they got like a 30-yard choke, and I was like, okay. Then that man got to the 30-yard line. I was like, are they about to score a touchdown? Like, if I was Andy Reid, I would have went for that mess. Like,
honestly, I wouldn't have played with. Yeah, I wouldn't have played with the odds of you getting the coin flip right in overtime. Because like John, like honestly, that fourth quarter is great. But the minute I heard the Patriots got the ball, I cut the TV off.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, we're about to win. That's all I knew. I was like, whoever has the ball, whoever offense is on the field first are about to win. And it was like Tom Brady got the ball. I was like, well, this game's over.
Yep. Exactly. Like it was a great game that second half. And you know, I wasn't one of those people that counted the Patriots out at this season. I was like, they've done this the last 4 years where they start off a little strong. Midway through the season, they lose to teams they're not supposed to and lay an egg. And then from November on, they donkey fuck everybody.
No, I knew if the Patriots could make the playoffs, they're always going to be a danger.
Yeah, man. Like you can't that coach quarterback combo is the greatest in the history of football. You can't dispute that. And they proved it again. And I think what Tom Brady did at the end of the game was super classy. Like waiting at the Chiefs locker room to go holler at Patrick Mahomes to say like I respect his game. And like I think Real recognized Real at that point. I think Tom Brady realized I only got probably 1 more year in me, and this kid got next. You know, he respected how he fought through it, and it kind of reminded him in his early playoff wins and tribulations and trials that he went through as a young football player. So that was pretty cool to see, like the greatest of all time give recognition to a young quarterback that got next. So that's really all I gotta say about that one. I think that one played out just as well as what people thought was going to play out. You know, that game kind of went according to script.
It did.
Now the other one. Whoo!
It sounded like you got some Saint slander in you.
No, I have Saint slander. It's just really funny to see a fan base melt down like this. Like,
I think you're only saying that because we live in Atlanta.
No, I'm not saying that because I live in Atlanta. And, you know, we're not Falcons fans. Like we're
not, but yeah, we are part of this Atlanta.
I'm just saying, like it's really funny. Like, okay, let's talk about the game. Then we'll get into the call. Like, okay, so I think I watched this game. No, I did not watch this game. I like the last one. I picked up at the third quarter, but a week after the game was over, I on the NFL Network they replayed the game, I think, and I watched the first quarter. And my first reaction, Jerron, is this thing should have blown them out. Like,
okay, I'm glad you said that because
they had.
I didn't watch the game because I was out with my mom or something like that, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I missed the whole game. All I knew is that the Rams won. There was a questionable call. So then, like the NFL YouTube channel does like these like 10-minute clips for like they show. It's kind of like a highlight reel, but they should get a little bit more in depth.
Right.
They show like most of the downs or whatever. So I'm watching the game. And I'm like, it looks like the Saints should have destroyed this team. Like, how y'all let them come back? That's the question.
Okay, so I went up watching the game in like the first quarter. I didn't watch the second quarter. I ended up watching the first quarter, and I'm like, okay, you drop the ball down, you get a field goal. You turn them over, you get a field goal.
Yep.
You get a quick 3 and out, you get down there, and you get a field goal. This is y'all's fault. Like, okay, the call given in its context, did cost them the game, if you really think about it. But
yeah, it's a terrible no call. Like, what are you
it was a
doing,
terrible no call. Like, it's a terrible no call. It's probably one of the worst ones I've seen in a very long time. But still,
y'all would have got a touchdown on one of those 3 drives. You wouldn't have been in that situation.
yeah, bro, it's 13-0 in the first quarter. Like, they abandoning their running game. You know what I'm saying?
They pulled a Philadelphia Eagles on themselves.
Oh yeah, bro, they did. Oh my god,
because the Eagles came out 14-0, then they didn't do nothing, and then
right?
The Rams came, not the Rams, but the Saints came out swinging. And that first quarter, then the Rams took over for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Like, and then we can just go get into this call. Like, first of all, there are so many things wrong. Like, I've never seen the refs mess up, the Saints mess up, and then the Rams mess up. Like, all 3 entities associated with a play in the NFL mess up on one play like that. And what I mean is, the defense that the Rams were in was horrible because the nickelback had to come from the opposite side of the field just to make that play, right? Mm-hmm. The Saints messed up because why are you throwing the football? Huh? Why just run it and kick the field goal? Right? Take time off the clock, run the ball and kick the field. Like, people forget that before that infamous play, they threw the ball twice and stopped the clock.
Yeah.
Like, that's just bad coaching. And then the NFL ref, 2 of them standing on the sideline, 10 yards away, could not see that he tackled him. He sticked him before the ball got there. And then the corner, if he was any corner worth his weight, Jerron, if he would have just picked his head up, oh, dang, Drew Brees threw a horrible ball.
That's interception city.
And it's a pick 6. Like, there's so many things that went wrong with that play that I'm like, the call is just the icing on top of the clusterfuck of the play that was. Like, you like
I mean, I feel what you're saying, but you gotta call that, bro.
Oh no. Jerron, if I was the NFL ref and I had like 10 flags, I'm throwing 11. I'm throwing the 10 flags, I'm throwing my shoe, and I'm throwing the hat, right? I'm throwing it all, right? Because
my man literally, like you said, he Madden his stick, dude, before the ball even got there.
No, Jerron, it was a helmet-to-helmet illegal contact and pass interference in one play.
Oh man, bro! I saw that call. I was like, how do you not call that? Like,
oh no! Oh, Jerron, I got it wrong. I finally remembered. I watched the first half. I got him confused. I watched part of the first half, so I watched like the second quarter to the third quarter. I went out to get some food for my family, and my dad blew my phone up, right? And he's like, "You will not believe how the Rams won this game." First of all, I was like, "The Rams won? What?" What did I miss? And then, okay, so I got to the restaurant, and it's one of those like soul food restaurants that you got to wait for your food to get cooked, right? So I went to my car. I went on Twitter, and I saw the play. John, I busted out laughing. I was like, "You missed that. You missed that."
Yeah, they missed it, bro. Cause I got into my apartment, and my roommate looked at me. He was like, "Yo, you watched the game?" And I was like, "Nah." I didn't know the Rams won, and he was like, "Yo, Saints got robbed." I was like, "Oh, really? Word?" And then I saw the play. I was like, "Damn, how you miss that?" Like,
yeah, like I'm gonna get to the jokes. But like, okay, look, I'm gonna get to the jokes. But just for Saints fans, I'm gonna be truthful. Given the context, even if Sean Payton called a bad 2 plays, even if Drew Brees threw a terrible ball, if the refs call that call, they're at the goal line. They need the ball 3 times. Let the Rams call their last timeout, and they're kicking that ball with probably 20-some seconds left. They win the game. All intents and purposes, they win the game. Unless the Rams do something crazy. on offense, right? They win the game. Like I'm not gonna be that person to be like the Rams had a chance. No, I think they would have won that game, if not scored a touchdown. Right. And then the game really would have right. So
exactly.
The rest really did cost them a trip to the Super Bowl. But I'm not gonna excuse that the Saints probably after those chances in the first quarter really squandered their opportunities to really win that game. Like then they got into overtime and had the ball first, and then Drew Brees gets his hand hit, he gets a shoulder hit on a throw, and the ball goes 150,000 feet up in the air, and then the Rams linebacker catches it while he's falling down. What? And then Michael Thomas is looking like he's part of Bird Box. He don't know where the ball is, right? He has no clue where the ball is. And the dude's falling down and catches the interception. And I'm like, this is the craziest game I've ever seen in my life.
All I gotta say is, yes, the call was blown. Yes, and they would have called it, the Saints would have won. But the Saints should have never been in that situation in the first place.
Yeah.
So I can't feel bad for him. Like, I do agree with him. Yeah, the call was blown. And yes, the call did cost y'all the game. But it's y'all fault that y'all got down to that position in the first place.
Yeah, like it's sad. But let's get these jokes off. I am kind of reveling in the Saints just crying. Like, fam, y'all actually went to a federal judge to get y'all to play the game over again? What?
Yeah, bro. They tweaking.
They are bugging. What are you doing?
Bugging, bro. The Saints, they are bugging,
like,
bro.
Don't y'all have a job? Don't y'all got something more productive to do?
Bro, like, they tweaking, bro.
You really thought Roger Goodell, I'm not gonna do anything? Roger Goodell gonna do anything? Roger Goodell, the only thing I'm good for is dapping up NFL draft picks, Roger Goodell.
Oh man.
Come on, bro. Roger Goodell, I destroyed the evidence of Spygate. Roger Goodell. You come on, fam. Come. Really? You think he actually cares? Do you think he really cares?
What's that? Look, you know how you know he don't care? Look at the Pro Bowl. That's how you know you don't care. That man's still trash. They ain't said nothing new.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, the NFL really don't really care about this stuff because it's a machine. It like they don't. Nah, man. Like, at least he did say, yeah, the NFL refs did mess it up. Oh, and then Saints fans had to go on Reddit, right? They had to get these conspiracy theories from Reddit. They're like, the two refs that missed the call were from South.
Yeah, I think it was
Southern California.
That were from Southern California.
Yeah, like this is some gigantic conspiracy against y'all. What?
Hey.
What? What are y'all doing? What?
They was upset. They play that Drake song. I'm upset. Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh my god.
They was upset, Jake. They wanted to replay that last minute.
They really wanted Jerron. They really went to a federal judge and thought it was going to be a great idea to stop the NFL in its most profitable week of the season to get them to get the Rams to fly back to New Orleans, give everybody their tickets back, and play the 60 seconds of the fourth quarter. I just need people to understand how ridiculous that sounds.
Look. With not only that, everybody rested, so it's not the same game. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you know it's bad when the Saints fans just send out shots on Twitter and then leave it alone. Like the faint. And honestly, Saints fans, it's good that y'all didn't win because let me tell y'all something. Falcons fans were going to get ready to put bounties on all of y'all people's heads that were coming to Atlanta. Like, I think people do not understand the amount of vitriol and disdain that Falcons fans and Saints fans have for each other.
Man, the Falcons fans aren't going to do nothing.
No, Jerron, yes, they were. It's John. Like, I think you need to actually like be on Twitter and on social media and just like look at like John. Like,
Bro,
literally when the
I
Saints
live in Atlanta. I've
play,
been in New
it
Orleans. Ain't
trends.
nothing about to happen.
It trends. No, John.
No. I've
John.
been to Falcons Saints tailgates. Ain't nothing about to happen. They gonna talk a whole bunch of smack, get ready to fight, but nothing's about to happen.
Those are tailgates. Those are tailgates. Those are tailgates. I'm talking about the hardcore Atlanta fans with the hardcore New Orleans fans. That's not gonna mix. Drawing. Okay, let me put this in perspective. Let me put this in perspective for you, bro. You a diehard Falcons fan, and your lifelong rival is a Saints fan. They have been mud up until 2009, and they win a Super Bowl. Okay.
Yeah.
You are up 28-3 in one Super Bowl and find a way to lose that Super Bowl.
Hey, that's Atlanta's fault.
And then Saints fans revel in that. Okay, they throw it in your face all the time. And then they were gonna come to your home stadium.
Yep.
Play the Super Bowl.
Yep. And don't let them win. If they would have won,
no. There's no way in the world you can't tell me some hands were not gonna be thrown, some pistols were not gonna be.
That's fine.
But let go.
The problem is that I don't even know who's winning that fight because we know people in Atlanta can be crazy, but I've been in New Orleans. Them niggas crazy too.
Yeah.
So,
You're taking two southern cities that have very massive amounts of pride about themselves and sports in general. And sports is like an identity for both cities. And you're putting them together and they don't like each other. Come on, Jerron. You can't tell me some smoke would not have appeared. A lot of it
would have, but it wouldn't have been a big big
you could have went to Magic City and enjoyed yourself as if you were a Saints fan. There's no way in the world. There's no way in the world you can went to Follies. You could have went to Magic City. You could have went nowhere. There's no way you could have went. You would have been on no. Jerron, literally for that whole week, they would have petitioned the mayor of Atlanta to have a discrimination suit that we can actively discriminate against people from New Orleans. They would have done it.
Man, ain't that damn well that wasn't going to go through.
Jerron, Saints fans wanted a federal judge to activate a new game to see if they can go back.
And we knew damn well that wasn't going to go through either.
Would have done the same to get them.
They would have tried.
Discriminate.
But it wouldn't have worked.
It wouldn't have worked.
That's
the craziness. Do you want, Jerron? It's just the potential of it all. I'm not saying what might not have happened. It's just the potential of it all. That's not very safe.
Oh, no, it's not.
Let me ask you a question.
But they would have. Trust me, if the Saints would have won, Atlanta police would have been now heavy. They would have ramped up security, and the NFL would have paid for extra security.
Bro, what security mean, bro? Jerron, on top of the government shutdown, fam? No, fam. Some hands have been thrown. You better be glad the government shutdown is over, because that would just have exacerbated the whole issue. That would have been the powder keg. That would have been the spark to ignite the powder keg. Jerron, okay, let's put it like this, bro. Let's put it like this. Okay, see you say this. I know Cowboys fans would absolutely want to beat the hell out of some Eagles fans if they came down to Dallas for a Super Bowl. There's no way. There's no way in hell. So Eagles fan, Jerron, if I was a Cowboys fan, I'm fighting every Eagles fan I see.
Man, I ain't worried. I went to Dallas with a car full of Eagles stuff. Who cares about a few Dallas Cowboys fans?
No, my Jesus, Jerron, you're underestimating.
My dad literally was like, "You literally fly the Eagles flag?" I'm like, "Yeah, there's somebody hop out the car."
That's y'all.
Over a sports team, please.
That's y'all though. That's y'all. I'm just not comfortable with that possibility. I'm not comfortable with that possibility. But Saints fans, it'll be okay. Y'all got Anthony Davis. Oh wait.
For like what? A couple months?
Wait. Yeah. Never mind. Damn.
Hey, I don't feel bad for New Orleans. Y'all ain't built a team around them. That's not his fault.
The world's best cuisine. Y'all be fine. Just go eat y'all some gumbo, some etouffee or something. Y'all be straight.
Trade him to New York for the first round pick. Get Zion, that'll be fine.
That's what I'm saying. All right, Super Bowl predictions, bro. What you got?
The GOAT wins another ring. There you go.
You don't have a score. You just got.
I don't have a score. Just whatever happens, Tom Brady's winning because he's Tom Brady. It's to the point where I can't even hate the man no more. He's just a GOAT. Just give it up. Give him respects.
See, I've always
just witness the greatness until he retires.
Pretty
and then
much.
We can actually have a balanced NFL again. But till then, just go with it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Because Tom Brady gonna be right back next year because his division don't give him no challenge, so he always gonna be in the playoffs. And you have Tom Brady plus playoffs, more than likely he's gonna win.
Yeah, I agree.
So there's nothing else. There's nothing you can do. Like his division can't get him out the paint. So you like no matter how much you want to hate Tom Brady, he's not gonna go to the playoffs this year. Like you lying. Who's gonna stop him? The Dolphins? No. The Jets? Yeah. Really? The Jets? The Bills?
You're right.
Like they got the division on lock. The Patriots go to the playoffs by default. They have a top 4 spot by default. So, yeah. And then you throw one of the greatest coaches with one of the greatest quarterbacks on that team too. Like, yeah, come on now. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. We all know we all hate the Patriots, but you gotta give them props. They knew what they were doing. They have the same system since what, 01? Like, how you really think you're gonna stop that? All these, like, think about all the teams that are rebuilding that keep firing coaches. Like, you would think they would learn by now. Maybe we shouldn't fire coaches so quickly because the Patriots had the same coach for 18 years, and look what it got them. He got a system in place. He interchanged wide receivers and players all the time, and they always make it back to the Super Bowl. Maybe stop firing your coaches and let them build something. Maybe you should do that.
I think that you are right, but I think it's going to play out like last year's Super Bowl. I don't think neither team is going to hold the other team under 30. I'm just going to look from a football perspective. Just
Todd Gurley will go off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, with that secondary?
Yeah, Todd Gurley about to eat.
No, okay. Not even Todd Gurley. Tom Brady is going to feast with that secondary. Oh my God! Like Jerron, it all depends on the defensive lines in this game. Whoever's defensive line show up and just make a play. Okay. Kind of like how the Eagles did. The Eagles made one more play.
I bet the Dominican Sue has at least one dirty play.
Oh Jesus! There's probably bet on that. Las Vegas probably got a line on that. I'm not gonna lie. Las Vegas got.
They're gonna come down at the fourth quarter.
Got to be 2. It got to be 2. Yeah.
And the Dominic Sue was like, no, we need this win. Let me go do something dirty real quick.
Exactly. Like, it's whoever's defensive line is going to be dominant, right? Whoever's defensive line shows up, they going to win the game. Because I don't see they back 7 stopping nobody, right? Like, if Aaron Donald don't go beast mode, then the Patriots going to score 40 points. I don't care who you are. Like, they going to run football. They're going to pass the football. They're going to do practically anything they want to do. So is the Rams. But I'm going to give it to the Patriots, you know.
The only chance the Rams has to win is if
turnover.
Todd Gurley and who's their backup running back?
Oh, CJ Anderson. They got to run for like 200 yards rushing. They got to like.
Yeah, they got to go off because I don't want to say I don't trust Jared Goff.
I don't
because he's not a bad quarterback. But I don't trust Jared Goff because he's not a great quarterback either. Like he's just there. He's just Jared Goff. He's just there. Like if the Rams had Patrick Mahomes, like it was like another Mahomes Brady thing, then I would be like, oh, the Rams might be able to get it. But Golf is not a Mahomes. Like, if it comes to a shootout, I don't see golf winning that. So
No, I don't either. I think both teams are gonna score around about 30 some points, but like one team, the Rams, they have to dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, right? They have to run the football for like 150 plus to win the game because
yeah,
they just have to. Yeah, but I'm probably gonna give it what 38, 35 Patriots. Yeah. Tom Brady.
I can't even give you a score. Just Tom Brady's on top. Going to be on top.
That's about it.
He got the most experience. If he can keep the game close, that defense keeps the game close. Tom Brady's winning.
Yeah, I agree. I totally.
The Rams want to win. They gotta put points on the board like they did against the Saints.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah,
but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it yet. I'm not really that intrigued about the game.
I mean, this is Super Bowl, so I'll watch it.
Yeah, I guess
at least for the commercials, at least.
Right. I might. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know what you're doing that day, but our place is free. We be over here watching it. If anyone want to slide through,
I might just take you up on that.
Go get some wings and pizzas.
All facts. Now you speak my language. What else I was gonna say? Well, I think that's it for the NFL, really. Honestly.
You know, I care about that trash Pro Bowl. I didn't even watch it. I watched 2 seconds. I was like, oh yeah, I'm bored. About to go to sleep. Turn it off.
Yeah, like I don't watch the Pro Bowl ever.
Yeah, I think it's the most irrelevant All-Star thing, like in the league.
Pretty much. I think they should just get rid of it. But just name people to the Pro Bowl. It's fine. Like it's fine.
Yeah, they don't take the. I don't know. I want to say they don't take the Pro Bowl seriously, but neither does the NBA really. So,
well, the NBA is it's not as physically demanding.
Yeah,
so they can play it, and they play it in the middle of the season. So these guys are already in like shape.
You're right.
And this is after the season. Like most of these dudes have been known they're not making the playoffs for since October, so they don't really care, man. They just there to have.
Like the teams with like the most Pro Bowlers are usually the Super Bowl teams, and then they don't even play this Pro Bowl. So it's like you gotta get replacements, and it's weird.
Yeah, they should just get rid of it. They really should
save money. At least bring it back to Hawaii after the Super Bowl, at least.
Yeah, pretty much. Or do like a 7-on-7. Get rid of the line.
That's true. You're right. Do like a 7-on-7. Yeah.
Yeah, and like the linemen can actually like be quarterbacks and stuff like that. Like do a draft or something. Like spice it up. They can do it. They just don't want to. Like I said, there's no.
Yeah, Roger Goodell's not doing anything. So.
Yeah, it's no effort. It's no effort at all.
Okay, that's trash league.
Yeah. I'm kind of bro. Like I think that's why I don't want to watch the Super Bowl. I'm kind of like done. Like I really don't. I'm done. Let's get into
bum ass Knicks. There we go. We're gonna start. We're gonna start there.
The NBA just decided to literally flex its narrative and importance muscle because that's
on Super Bowl week. That mess is crazy.
Yeah, like that's the only thing people have been talking about in sports media has been these trades, the rumors, the pettiness, the
on Super Bowl week. I ain't seen one. I haven't seen one NFL article this week. I think I seen Skip and Shannon talk about Tom Brady like once.
Yeah, bro. Like the NBA is just more relevant, bro. It just has the juice. It's always had the juice. It's been like this. It's more personable. Like you can get behind the storylines. You can follow it. It's like a soap opera. But I don't know where to start first. We're gonna start with the Knicks. I mean, we're gonna start. Yeah, we'll start with the Knicks.
No. I know where we need to start. Just to get it out the way. We're gonna start on Deloading. There you go. That's his name.
Yeah, I mean,
let's start there.
Good for homie. Like, good for him. I don't know what else.
I thought you had more smoke.
No, it's just I don't like the revisionist history behind this stuff. Like I don't like it. I hate this is Jerron. This is one thing I hate about like people forget a lot of stuff. Like people forget that trading him split the fan base, but 50% of the fan base didn't really care if he got traded. Like I wish we were just like Lakers fans would be honest about that, right? Like people didn't want to trade him because they're like, okay, he could turn into something, but nobody thought he was going to be an all-star 2 years ago.
I did. That's why I put what I put on Twitter, because I told you 2 years ago he was going to be an all-star point guard, and you looked at me in my face and said, "Nah."
Jerron,
that's the only reason why I have smoke for you. I don't care that he got traded to the Lakers. It's actually better that he got.
That's 2.5 years ago. Like that was literally 2.5 years ago.
I understand. I just want to say that I called it. I saw it. I saw the vision. I peeped the vision.
But like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like that's the thing that I don't understand. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, he's not on my team. I don't feel bad. Like this is I
don't care that he left the Lakers. I'm happy he left the Lakers because him going to the Nets and with Kenny Anderson actually helped him out.
That's the point. He was never going. Jerron, do you realize there was an aspect of his career, the majority? Jerron, do you know what D'Angelo Russell was known for mostly before?
Snitching on Nick Young, which is stupid because I don't care about Nick Young cheating on his girlfriend. Like, that's his fault.
Think about that. It was never his basketball play. He was immature. He was out of shape, and he didn't get any better from his first year to his second year. Just like how these Lakers fans have all this smoke for Lonzo Ball, for Kyle Kuzma, for Brandon Ingram. I had that smoke for him because, Jerron, I knew he had this in him. Didn't hate the cat. I critiqued him the way I was supposed to. You're not going to tell me you deserve to be on this team when impact-wise and statistically you got no better.
No, I don't look. My smoke with you wasn't for any of that. I'm just glowing right now because I called it 2 years ago.
I mean,
no, I believe me.
Yeah, that's cool, but it's like
I'm just bragging right now. Like,
I know you, but it's like other Lakers fans, like guys, like
what are they saying? I don't follow Lakers fans, so what are they saying?
The whole thing around him is that people are like the revisionist history is like most people are like, man, we should have never traded him. When in all actuality, when we traded him, there was very few people who were mad. Like, and I wish people.
No, y'all had to trade. I was getting Lonzo. There was no way you're gonna have Russell and Lonzo at the same time.
That's
like it couldn't have happened. Y'all had to get rid of him because it would have caused a risk because y'all were moving on with Lonzo, and then D'Angelo Russell would have caused a certain type of feeling. Because he's like, yo, this is supposed to be my team to run. You just give it to this dude. Like, so yeah, he had to get traded. No, I know why I traded him.
Yeah, like that's what I keep like, but nobody Lakers fans don't like doing this. Jerron, when I remember when I told you last year we got the dumbest fan base in the NBA. We got the most entitled, dumbest fan base in the NBA. We do. And it just showed with this whole narrative. Like, how is it giving D'Angelo Russell any type of fairness if we draft his heir apparent? That makes how is that fair to him? And I needed people to understand that. Magic, when he said he's not a leader, is Magic. He knew he was immature and was never going to get mature in LA. He was never going to grow as a basketball player with us. He knew that. As simple as that. He needed that kick in his butt. He needed that shock in his system. He needed that get his head dunked in cold water to get him to realize I need to grow up. I need to get better to be the guy I can be. I have the talent, and the only way he's going to do that is if he was off our team. So good for him.
And now he's a mid-range sniper. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for him. I just would like to say this.
Floaters? What?
Yeah.
In the past month? My man been going, the man cared for Burke got injured. And that man was like, let me just put the team on my back.
Yeah, he's playing very well. He's playing really good basketball. His next step, go be the best point guard in the East. That's the next
What's
step.
it? Did he really deserve it over Jimmy Butler though?
No,
And that's not me coming as a Sixers fan.
Probably not.
Just,
but just for this season, he probably deserved it, John. And I'm not gonna be the dude to be like, "Oh, he got in as a reserve." No, D'Angelo Russell should have.
He earned it.
Yeah, he earned this. Like,
because it was between him and Jimmy Butler. That's what the report said.
It's just kind of showing you how much young talent there is. Because let's be honest, if Victor Oladipo don't have his injury, and shout out to Victor Oladipo, I want him to get better. If he got injured, D'Angelo Russell's a snub, a legit snub.
Yeah,
he's like a legit snub. So it I don't have no smoke. It really wasn't like ranting. It's just I don't really like this Lakers fans telling other Lakers fans on Twitter to shut the hell up and be quiet. And I told you so to the person who's rooting for the same team you're rooting for. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. You are literally a hypocrite. You Lakers fans are hypocrites, bro. Like you can't get mad at people 2 years ago saying, man, I don't know about D'Angelo Russell. When you're saying the same thing about Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and Kyle Kuzma. You can't do that. You just
I don't know nothing about that. The only reason why I said what I said to you on Twitter because I called it 2 years ago. So I'm just bragging right now.
Yeah, I mean, he should get paid too. I mean, that ups his contract by like $20 million. Him being an all-star,
Oh yeah.
I hope he gets there and balls out.
If the Nets can find some way to pull some type of star on that team in the offseason, the East looking nice.
And just like my dude Rye said on Twitter, shout out to him. He works for Bleacher Report. He's from LA. He's like, this is not a detriment to Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's whole vision was two things: get LeBron here. Well, three things: get LeBron here, build this young team, and go get him, surround him with superstars. He's done two of those things. Without getting D'Lo, without moving D'Lo, we would not have the cap space nor the picks to do what we had to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a win-win for everybody. They get their point guard, and we're probably going to end up getting Anthony Davis or a combination of any different of these big-time free agents. So everybody wins at the end of the day. I just want people to, let it go. It happens in the NBA. It happens in sports. Just don't throw it back in the face of people who are fans of the team. It makes you look so stupid and petty. Not you, Jerron, of course, but other Lakers fans. It's so stupid. It's dumb. Don't do that. The only smoke I had for him was I expected a bigger jump. And even if it wasn't even stats, I expected more impact from him his second year. And we got none of that. That is a known thing. Y'all can go look at our records. They did not change. You go look at his stats. They did not change.
Well, the first problem is y'all studied his growth. Y'all studied his growth with that stupid Kobe tour y'all went on.
Yes.
Every rookie and young player on that team, y'all are just like, you know what? For a whole year, we ain't worried about y'all. We're just going to let Kobe do what he do. And we ain't going to build none of y'all up.
Nobody wants to say this, but the Lakers have been one of the most mismanaged, ill-ran teams in the NBA for a smooth 6-7 years.
Yeah, gotta know how to
really.
Y'all say y'all mismanaged.
No,
y'all weren't mismanaged. Y'all really didn't know how to leave the Kobe era.
No, it's not leave the Kobe era, bro. It's literally. That's mismanagement. It's not even leave the Kobe era. Even if you want to go with that, it's not that, Jerron. It's just Mitch Kupchak had ran up his time as our GM 2 years before.
Y'all also had an owner battle.
Yes, bro. That's mismanagement. That's that. I don't know what else. That is mismanagement and dysfunction at its finest. So,
no, that's no mismanagement and dysfunction at its finest. It's called a New York Knicks. But we'll get to that later. Y'all weren't that bad.
Jerron, for the Lakers standards, we were that bad. So you got to put it in context. We've never had this problem.
That's fine, but y'all had it for what?
Jerron,
4 years? Y'all be fine.
No,
the New York Knicks been dealing with this for 25.
Jerron, we went from back-to-back championships to 17 games in 3 years. No team does that. Do you hear what I just said?
I mean, I heard you.
Back to back to 17 wins in 3 seasons. That does not happen.
Well, I tried to hold the white thing. You know what?
That's
you know what happened?
That is
you know what happened?
management.
You know what happened?
Don't
David Stern ruined your team.
Well, Jerron, the NBA
as soon as that trade didn't go through, y'all was just going y'all. It was inevitable. Y'all was going to go downhill because every plan that y'all had was straight out the window at that point.
Yeah, that's probably it. We would probably have Chris Paul on our team right now, but it is what it is.
Chris Paul had a ring. I would have still got the Dwight Howard, but it would have been a different situation. But whatever.
Yeah, it's still mismanagement. Still, it's part of it. I'm not gonna say the whole thing is, but part of it is bad.
Part of it is mismanagement. Part of it is David Stern. Part of it is that at the end of the Kobe era, y'all didn't know how to transition.
Yeah, and that stunted his growth. Would I like for him to be back on the team and see what he would do?
Who?
At the 2 guard?
D'Angelo Russell?
Yeah, because I think that's what
I don't want to see that.
No, I really honestly, Jerron, I think he and Lonzo would play very well together.
No, he belongs in Brooklyn. Like he needed to go to Brooklyn. Go to Brooklyn.
Honestly, yeah. I was right. I was right the first play. I was right the first time. He needed to get out of LA.
He needed to get out of LA. Like
he was never going to be there.
Y'all really wanted him to be like another Kobe. Like he needed to get out of Kobe's shadow. He just needed to go.
Yeah, I hope he stay there. Just stay there. Honestly,
the Nets love you. Keep going. Lead that team. You got good pieces around you that y'all all young, so y'all can grow together. Just stay there, bro. Spencer Dinwiddie is a great backup. Karis LeVert was having a coming out party before he got injured. You got that dude from Europe. His name started with a K. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I ain't gonna butcher it, but he playing well. Y'all get what's his name money off the books next year. What's his name? Played for Atlanta, Damari Carroll.
Yeah.
Y'all get his salary off the books next year. I think Alan Crabb might come off too, unless he got one more year left. 1 or 2. So y'all about to have cap space, and you guys a solid young core. Hey, Brooklyn managed to rebuild a team with no draft picks. That's incredible.
Yeah, just smart trades and
then the draft picks they did have, they drafted great players with them. So yeah, the Nets literally taught the NBA how you should rebuild a team, unlike what the Sixers did. But
yeah, pretty much. They got a coach and then they got a good GM. They got one of the best coaches, the developers of talent.
Exactly. I told everybody Kenny Anderson was going to be great for that squad. They're like, no, he ain't going to be like
he's really good at his job. He was on.
The man is a genius when it comes to developing point guards. How you think he got Jeff Teague that hype? Anyway.
Yeah, he's in a good situation and good for him. It's just, I never hated the guy. I just wish people understand. I just critiqued his game because
when I put you with low key hating, I didn't mean you actually hated the guy. I just didn't have a better word to.
I was a little bit rougher than I had to be. No, I was about as tough as y'all are on everybody else on the team currently. So you can kind of miss me with that, man. I didn't wish.
What they say about y'all young players? I don't pay attention to the Lakers, so I don't know what's going on. What they saying about my boy Lonzo?
The thing with Lonzo is people just John. I've always said this is that NBA fans, especially NBA Twitter, really likes to gauge a player's effectiveness on if they can score, and that's it. That's it. That's
it. Because especially in the era of Steph Curry and James Harden, what you expect?
Yeah, stupid. I don't win any championships, but okay.
Work for Steph Curry.
Well, no, Jerron, Steph plays way better defense for his height and his athleticism. Give him credit for. And
we literally had a 2-year run where we clowned James Harden for defense, but
You know what I'm saying? Like you as a whole team. That's what I'm saying. Like with Lonzo is like people just wish he would be more aggressive and shoot. The thing is, he was starting to round into shape and starting to play very good basketball right
He
when
just
he
got
got
injured.
So he is out with a high ankle sprain until April.
What was his first injury last year?
Oh, he had a meniscus sore and he had surgery on it this offseason. So people need to realize he didn't even get better this offseason because he spent the whole offseason rehabbing.
Is it the same leg?
No, it's not the same leg.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have consistent injuries on the same leg. That's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign. Yeah. So it's
not
that's good. Like I'm confident that
he looks good in the Pelicans jersey, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But too soon, my bad.
Yeah. I'm just gonna ignore that. With Brandon Ingram, it's the same thing. People just don't like that he can't put the ball in the basket. When Kyle Kuzma, the thing with him is he's a little bit too inconsistent, but he can put the ball in the basket. So,
but it's his second year. Like, give him time.
Jaron, you
like, but you have a scorer.
But you see what I'm saying?
Jaron, a little bit inconsistent in his second year. By the time he gets to his fifth year, he'll be fine.
Jaron, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I wish I could go back in time to slap 2-year-old me and tell myself to give D'Lo time. It takes time. Just because you're a second round pick don't mean you come into the NBA and beast. But the problem with the Lakers fan is, Jaron, because they're so stupid, they compare all these draft picks to Jason Tatum, to Ben Simmons, and I keep trying to remind them, neither one of them dudes are having particularly great seasons right now.
I mean, hey, Ben Simmons is an all-star.
Jaron, he's gonna hold y'all back, and you need to go ahead and just have that conversation with yourself, Dave. If he don't get better, he need to be off y'all team. But we'll have a conversation.
It's the second year. Calm down. Did we just have the conversation?
It's his
patience, Jake.
It's his third year. And
it's his second year. He didn't play his rookie year. It's his second year.
I will say this to you. We'll get into this later on, but just remember this while I say it, and I'm right. The difference between him and Lonzo Ball is Lonzo Ball ain't afraid to shoot that ball.
You're right. Actually, you're right. Because my problem with Ben Simmons is that he won't try to shoot the problem.
Everything else he does extraordinarily well. He dribbles well.
But
he handles.
All I gotta say. I know it's a what if. I know it's a hope. But
I just want to figure out why he don't shoot. That's the thing.
Y'all better hope he don't start shooting.
I hope
and
so.
The messes don't.
What are we talking about? I want to see
if he starts shooting. And those things go in, and we keep Jimmy Butler in the offseason, and we have Embiid, bruh. The East about to be scary. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
But we'll see how the 76ers training staff goes because I don't trust them. So
but that's it's the same smoke I gave. They giving these young guys the same smoke that I gave D'Lo 2 years ago. But the difference is I admitted that I looked at basketball completely different 2.5 years ago. Like, it takes time to build these teams. And I wish we were more patient with him and Julius Randle. But without two of those guys off the team, we don't get LeBron. So it's like
y'all had to do what y'all had to do.
Yeah, we had to do what we had to do. And so I'm not really here. And so I wish Lakers fans would just let it go. Because I'm tired of seeing every time D'Lo has a good game, well, look what we could have. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, that's stupid. Because y'all got LeBron James. Y'all got the best player in the NBA. Calm down.
Yeah, why are you not focused on the dudes that we have? And that's why
your real problem should be with LeBron and Magic for lying to y'all. That's y'all real problem should be.
Oh man, John, don't get me started, bro.
Listen, y'all real problem should be why is LeBron pushing so hard for this finals run when he literally said that there's gonna be a process. That's what y'all real problem is.
John, let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's just go and get the Lakers out the way, and then we'll talk about the trash Knicks later. Let me just go ahead and get this out the way. This is what I mean about who they lied. Just point blank and period. LeBron lied. Rob lied. Magic lied. And it's not that they lied to us. They lied to them young kids. You don't come out in public and let everybody know, hey, it's okay if you struggle this season, as long as you are getting better and you start to get more consistency as we go, we'll be fine. With literally 50 games left, you're trying to trade the whole roster away. Like, think about, Jerron, that's what I'm talking about, dysfunction. That's stuff the Knicks do. Like, and no Laker fan has understood that is literally, we are literally displaying habits of a bad franchise. And nobody, and I'm the only person like, I don't want to trade for one guy and give up 5 in a draft pick. That's nuts.
Oh, you are so in the minority of that one, because all over Twitter, I'm like, they're like, yo, get rid of all of them. We want Anthony Davis. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all lose all y'all depth and y'all future just to get Anthony Davis? But y'all can just wait a year and get him to the next free agency, but whatever.
Jerron, I like, you're the only person thinking like I'm thinking right now. And it's like, if we can get him for a straight up Brandon Ingram, oh my God, he joined.
My boy, what's up, my guy?
Derek?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Holy crap. Bro, we could talk about the Celtics now too. So, bro, I was just going in on my my Lakers.
Continue going on Lakers. Go ahead. Okay. I want to hear this.
Well, hold on. We're doing an episode?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Derek, we let you know,
bro. In the group chat. Yeah.
You not know my phone doesn't even charge when it's plugged in?
Oh, what?
My phone is plugged in right now with the light that says it's charging, and it's losing power. So I literally have to turn my phone off.
So you get that new phone soon, right?
Tax season, my guy.
Exactly.
All right, I'm sorry. So yeah, let's go on. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, this is gonna be a super episode because I got to get into what Derek thinks about. Oh, yeah, okay. The Lakers.
Oh, Derek, just let you know. This episode is called the Bum Ass Knicks episode. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
But we ain't got there yet, so you ain't missed nothing.
No, yeah. So basically, the thing is why I don't want Anthony Davis for all those guys. It's just like Jerron said. We're going to be losing all of our depth, dudes who play a lot of minutes, who mean important roles on our team, to get a 25-year-old dude who can't play, who is a generational talent. Do not get me wrong, but Anthony Davis is literally one bad play away from missing a season. He is not durable. And we are literally dealing with a season full of injuries. And we wanted LeBron's usage to go down. We wanted LeBron's minutes to go down. And we're going back on that within 50 games of you telling us, hey, this year is a learning year. Next year is the year we're going to like really go for it. It's just all displaying the habits of a bad franchise.
I have one question. Why y'all trying to get rid of Luke Walton so bad?
I don't know, John. This is the first time he's been able to coach a team that's good, that has decent talent, and we're trying to get rid of him. I don't know, man.
Gotta go.
I don't know. It's probably that LeBron has probably figured out that the West is a lot harder than he thought it was going to be, and he wants to win now instead of later, and he miscalculated on how good these young guys were going to be this season, and he wants to win probably next year and the year after that. He wants to go for it those 2 years. And it's not fair to them. Like I said, I think they lied to these kids. I think they lied to Lonzo Ball, Kuzma, and Brandon Ingram, saying, y'all are not going to get traded. Don't worry about it. And within 50 games, you're saying, hey, you're going to get traded. It's like, what free agent wants to come here when you can't even, like, truthfully tell the truth, like, tell the truth to these people off rip. And that's why I tweeted the other day, like, I wouldn't be shocked if these young guys just quit on the team. I wouldn't like, why would I want to play for y'all? Like, for real, y'all are just snakes. I don't care if it's a business. You told me one thing and you're going to do the exact opposite. I don't care if it's the business. These kids are just trying to find their feet. They play in the most pressure-packed situation in the NBA. I don't care what anybody has to say. They play for the Lakers. It's a lot of pressure. So, and they're doing the best they can, and they're trying to get better.
Not only do they play for the Lakers, y'all play for a LeBron squad too. Like that's just added pressure on top of the pressure.
That's what I'm saying, and they're doing their best to find their way through it. And it's not even that you got to be thankful. It's just that like I wish we would like calm down and like take a deep breath and like understand that we have the pieces in place to be really good. It's just going to take time. But LeBron
y'all need to be figure out how to get Brandon Ingram and LeBron to play well together at the same time. That y'all need to be focused on.
Hey man, I've been saying the same thing
because
so, like honestly,
when LeBron is not on the court, Brandon Ingram is actually good.
Yeah,
it just like, when they on the court together, it just doesn't work. I need to figure out what to do with that situation.
Exactly, and it's and you know, Jerron, like at this point, like in the season, like we're out of the playoffs. For the 9th seed.
I mean, y'all get back to the playoffs.
Yeah, I think we will. Yeah, we will. I'm not worried about that. It's just like from now until next Thursday, it's just going to be a whole bunch of speculation, right? And I hope Magic and Rob know what they're doing because I don't want to have a roster of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Carmelo Anthony, DeAndre Jordan. Like, why do I want that? That doesn't sound any better than what we have. Like, I'm so serious. That sounds no better than what we have. We would have went from one of the youngest teams in the NBA to one of the oldest teams in the NBA within a week. What part of that sounds very? I don't know, man. I don't know what Magic's game plan was. I don't know what Rob's game plan was. We've changed our trajectory and what we're trying to accomplish as the franchise 3 different times this season. I don't care anymore. Just me talking has made me realize like I really don't care about this season anymore. Like I really don't. This has just been everything that I didn't want it to be. Like just annoying. Just annoying and expectations that can't be reached realistically without you doing something stupid to the future of the franchise. And I wish they would have thought this through before they even decided to pursue LeBron James, honestly. And if you were going to pursue him and get him, you probably should have traded these young guys in the offseason. It's as simple as that.
Push harder for Paul George.
Well, it's not even Paul George. It's not even Paul George for it's not even him. It's just Jerron. If you're going to switch up your game plan and accelerate your plan, do it in the offseason. That's in any sport. Like I wish LeBron and Magic and Rob would have had the foresight to see that they were going to get impatient. The fan base was going to get impatient. LeBron was going to get impatient. And we might as well move these young guys before we starting controversy. That's it, man. I'm done. I don't care anymore. If we get Anthony Davis for 5 dudes in a draft pick, whatever. All I gotta say is if we don't win no championship next year or the year after that, this was probably the stupidest thing we ever could have done. That's it.
I mean, really, it isn't. Because the stupidest thing you ever could have done was mortgage your future for Steve Nash and Dwight Howard. And that already happened. Like, this is the thing about the Lakers, right? You guys are one of the only teams that continually are able to rebuild on the fly in terms of being able to sign key free agents. So your process of gaining players through the draft is really weird because most of the time, aside from Kobe and, you know, barring the 80s and 90s, right? Barring anything pre-2000, the Lakers formula has always been, okay, we have Kobe. We're going to get X player to pair up with Kobe, and we're going to get a good supporting cast. Now we're seeing the Lakers literally you guys did a good job of getting a good farm system. But because the pressure and expectations of playing in LA combined with the fact that you have the best player in the world, you guys are now at a crossroads where usually you guys would be where the Sixers were last year or a year ago or 2 years ago. Or it's like, all right, we know our players are going to get better. You guys, I'm not saying you guys have a Joel Embiid or a Ben Simmons. What I'm saying is you see young players with talent, clearly.
Absolutely.
And the rest of the league sees it too. The issue is that talent needs time to grow, develop, and make mistakes. And when you play next to the best player in the world who is getting older, and you have the ability to get a top 5 player, it just changes things because now Magic Johnson literally walked into the situation. The first thing he did was draft Lonzo Ball. That's on him. I mean, I'm not saying I don't think Lonzo Ball is a good player, but if you wanted a Jason Tatum, if you wanted a scorer, right, you could have drafted him. You didn't know what you wanted. So, or if you did know what you wanted, why would you have that guy knowing you might have a chance of getting LeBron? Right? I am almost positive Magic Johnson knew that there was a strong possibility he was going to get LeBron James. So a pass first point guard, if you're thinking out 3-4 years later, 2-3 years later rather, you would probably say to yourself, no, LeBron needs shooters. So again, Lonzo's on you. Kid's talented, but that's on you. Brandon Ingram, I don't think that was his draft pick. I think that was a previous regime's draft pick. But still, the fact that his game is just I'm going to take contested mid-range jumpers and make them doesn't play well with LeBron. Now I'm kind of rearing off. My point is this, right? With the Lakers, if you guys stood pat with these guys, it's almost going against what you guys normally do. Is my point, which is have your superstar, get another superstar or another star to play with him, and then build a team from there. That's been the Lakers' tried and true method from 2000 to now. Now, it's led to situations where you guys have deep droughts where you're either mediocre or complete dumpster fire.
Yeah.
But in the times where you are competitive, you guys are at the top because you guys usually have a top 3 to 5 player in the world, and then you have another top 10 player in the world. Now you have the ability to get another top 5 player in the world with the best player in the world. And filling out a roster to me in the NBA isn't that hard. I understand. To me, as a Celtics fan, I've seen us cultivate our talent, so I am very hesitant to let it go because I have faith in that talent. I am more willing to give up a Kyrie Irving than a Jason Tatum, and that sounds crazy. I am more willing to keep a Jason Tatum to trade him for an Anthony Davis. I hope Jason Tatum becomes as good as Anthony Davis is, but we all know that Anthony Davis is like a generational type of player. Jason Tatum might not have that type of ceiling. Point being, this is the first time. This is one of the longest times I've ever seen the Lakers actually keep some of their players. Right? D'Lo was traded his second or third year. This is Brandon Ingram's third year.
Yeah.
This is Lonzo's second year.
Yeah. This is Kuzma's second year.
Yeah, Kuzma's second year.
This is Josh Hart's third year.
Julius Randle made it 4 years with the Lakers.
Yeah.
Usually the Lakers would package those guys off by now. You're obviously the Lakers didn't have that number one. So you didn't really have anything to do but just kind of wait until you got that terrible, terrible, terrible situation with the Steve Nash trade and all that stuff out of the way. So this is my thing. If the whole plan was to get LeBron James isn't in LA to sit around. To me, it only makes sense that you guys go for Anthony Davis because at this point, if Magic Johnson does not go and get a superstar, I don't Jimmy Butler. To me, even if Jimmy Butler wanted to go to LA, I think if you just have LeBron and Jimmy Butler, you're not winning a championship, and that's pretty much a failure. To me, you have to get another top 10 player, another top 5 player. The Magic Johnson has to go into this free agent, next year's free agency, and say, I have to strike because you missed.
He has to get KD or Anthony Davis.
You got to get KD, Anthony Davis, or you got to
Or
get
Kawhi.
you have to get one of those guys because literally you had the opportunity to get someone who has actually increased his value in Paul George, but you didn't trade for him. Where you could have traded, like, remember, like, Victor Oladipo wasn't that highly touted when he was traded to Indiana. Sabonis looked like he might not be able to adjust to the league. The Lakers had picks, which picks are always better than the players that are actually in the league because GMs delude themselves into thinking our scouting staff is better than anyone else. So when the Lakers had those young assets, when they had Julius Randle, not as a guy in his fourth year, but a guy in his third year, when you had all of that, you could have sent him to the Pacers. Now you're trying to make up for that by trading the whole farm for Anthony Davis, which you kind of have to do because the whole plan was originally get one superstar through trade and then sign a max free agent. Now it's seeming like you guys won't be able to get that superstar in free agency unless you get that other superstar through trade. And trying to literally with the Pelicans, I feel like if the Pelicans have the opportunity to go into this offseason, they won't trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers. I honestly feel like the Pelicans will try to play this because, like, right now we're like in the Wild West of the NBA. We saw LeBron show everyone how to basically walk out on the franchise. We got a new CBA. Now everyone's like, okay, do you want the Supermax or not? Don't walk out on us. We saw Paul George try to force his way out. Didn't work. Ended up staying with OKC instead of going to the Lakers like he wanted to. Paul George, if he stood pat and went to the Lakers, he would have sent a message to the owners. You can't dictate where I go. Okay, I'll play in OKC, and then I'll leave. If he had done that, this would have been more likely. But if they hold Anthony Davis and say, listen, Anthony, you're out for the rest of this year, and next year we're going to hold you to the trade deadline, and we'll even take the chance that we'll hold you past next year's trade deadline. We'll waste another year and a half of your career. How about that? And at the end, when you are not 25, but you're going to be 27, let's see you walk away from $200 million. That's completely likely because you don't know. Anthony Davis does not know.
Derek, they can't do that because reputation.
Well, I mean,
like Dell Demps will not do that. Alvin Gentry will not do that. Just you will lose your ability to sign free agents in any. Dude, you will lose every ability to even think about sniffing a superstar coming to New Orleans if you treat the one that you already have like that.
Well,
that's nuts. That's a nuts.
But my thing is, this is why I say we're in the Wild West.
Well, no, Derek. Let's put this in context. The only team who gets treated like this is the Lakers because people hate us. We're the only team that gets treated like we're never going to do business with you. And I like this one tweet that this dude said that, you know what? If y'all really feel this way, y'all want to collude against us, all right, come into the next CBA. If I was Jeannie Buss, let's talk about this revenue sharing. If y'all don't want to do legal business with us and shut us out at every turn, we just want to keep our revenue sharing. And let's see how y'all like that.
Well, the only reason why the Pelicans don't want to do business with y'all because they think y'all colluded this whole thing anyway. So,
well, I mean, you can't stop players from talking to each other.
Yeah,
that's
John. Like it's pretty crazy that they even it. Okay, let's put this in context, bro. If a Pelicans fan said that to me, right? If a Pelicans fan said that to me, and it's like, well, the reason why we're not going to do that is because y'all colluded and y'all set up the whole thing. You know what I would say to him? You know exactly what I would say to him? It's the craziest stat I've heard in a very long time. Since Anthony Davis has been on the Pelicans, guys.
They made the playoffs twice or once?
They made the playoffs twice. And the Charlotte, I'm trying to get this right. The Charlotte Hornets have a better record than them over 7 years.
Yeah, we know the Pelicans is a really good team around them. That's why I said at the beginning of the podcast.
So you can't tell me that it's colluding when you are a trash franchise. Derek, they have the worst medical staff in the league.
I mean, yeah, they're
Did you know that the Saints and the Pelicans, guys, did y'all notice the Saints and the Pelicans share the same medical staff?
Yeah, I knew that.
I did not know that, but seeing how they had the same owner, they still have the same owner, but they had the same owner. I would imagine that business people like just keeping the same people around. So
Derek,
I'm assuming
I saw an article on that like a couple years ago.
Derek, Paul Allen owned the Seattle Seahawks and the Portland Trailblazers and did not do that.
Well, he's not. I don't want to speak ill of the dead. I don't really know. It'd be out of place for me to speak because I don't know the man. But all I'm saying is I feel like the New Orleans, the I forget what his name is, but the deceased Pelicans owner, when he bought the Pelicans,
Tom Benson.
Yeah, Tom. When he bought that team, I literally felt like, number one, he kind of bought it. I don't want to say at a discount.
He did.
Okay, so
he did. The league sold it to him at a discount. Yeah.
Okay, so then
remember the league owned the team. Remember,
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it and like not be right, but I had a feeling they did. I just didn't remember it accurately.
Like I think he got like $800 million.
Yeah, that any NBA team goes for an easy bill. So like I knew it was under $1 billion. I just didn't know if it was 7 or 8. But like I said, they gave it to him for a discount because literally, I think at that point too, we were in some type of crazy lockout. So like the NBA was, it's like the NBA, like one of the worst eyesores in the NBA would be to have a vacant team, to have a team with no owner. You know what I mean? So Tom Benson or Benton?
Benson.
But yeah, Tom Benson probably bought the team because he's. I imagine when he was alive, he would, because of that. Him owning the Saints and him, actually bringing that city a championship after Katrina, that dude was like that. He was that dude in New Orleans, so he probably bought the team just out of goodwill, just because he wanted to see, New Orleans as a whole, all their sports franchises at least do something. But obviously, he probably didn't have too much of a basketball acumen. That's why I assume he would make those business decisions. Paul Allen, the fact that he owns the Seahawks and he owns the Portland Trailblazers, to me, that speaks to him as being like a super fan. Like I don't feel like the situations are quite the same because Tom Benson probably, the league was like, hey, do you want the Pelicans? And Tom Benson was probably just, at home. He was like, sure. Or else, to me, Paul Allen buying those two franchises was something he set out to do. You know what I mean?
The major difference is that the Pelicans and the Saints are in the same city, probably down the street from each other. And the Portland Trailblazers, the Seattle Seahawks are.
That is not.
It's literally easy. It's easy to share the same trainer if they're down the street from each other.
But it's still malpractice. NBA and football players, NFL football players have completely different needs, injury and recuperation time.
I'm pretty sure whatever training staff that they have,
it's voted as the worst in sports.
Huh?
It's voted as the worst in sports. Period. There's nothing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they probably, like I said, Tom Benson probably went over to them as soon as he bought the Pelicans, right? And this is how business people. This is how people do. I shouldn't say how a lot of people don't do this, but this is probably how he was thinking. He's probably like, okay, well, I trust you guys. We were healthy enough to win a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like, especially with him in his old age too. I just feel like he just thought it'd be okay.
Literally, he was like, look, y'all are training staff.
Mm-hmm.
Will y'all be able to train my NBA team too? And whatever company they're using was like, sure, yeah, we can have trainers train NBA players too. Like they probably had a pitch and it was like, we got so and such people with such and such experience, and we can split our team, or we can add more people who have NBA experience and we can train both of them. And then you have the same company. Now I'm coming from the accounting side now. Now you have the same company. You don't have to get any more paperwork. You don't have to sign any more contracts. You just add it on to that contract. So to him and his accounting staff, that was a brilliant move. We don't have to do nothing extra.
We don't have to negotiate. Yeah, so we can.
The company said they can do their job, so we believe them. Now it came out that they're not doing their job, but at the time, it was a brilliant business move. And it saves you money because now that he owned 2 teams, I bet he was looking at his books like, damn, now I'm spending way more money than I did last year. So it's like, hey, it's a save money move. Get out of this 2 for 1.
Y'all right. Just
and to
stupid. I'm not saying it's smart. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that's why Anthony Davis won out. So that's why I'm not really here for this. We are colluding thing. Like y'all are a piss poor franchise.
Poverty franchise is what I prefer to say. But yeah. To go back to you saying like they will be blackballed from any free agent. Number one,
they would. Derek, you can't treat nobody like that.
I mean, we said that about the Celtics. Apparently, Anthony Davis Sr. doesn't want his son playing for the Celtics. Does that mean
that's coming home to roost? Derek, that rub players the wrong way, and you can't Derek for every move human reaction.
You can't make decisions only based on our reputation is going to be bad because won't the Lakers' reputation also be bad if you tell your young players like
Derek
do stuff and lie to players all the time?
Derek, you just missed what I was telling Ron. I said the same thing. Like I don't like the fact that we just lied to these kids, and that's not fair to them. Yeah, It's not. It's the same way DeMar DeRozan feels about Masai Ujiri. Masai Ujiri is, for all intents and purposes, probably a good GM, even though I think he is. From what the NBA said, he's a good GM at Toronto. He lied to DeMar DeRozan, and within 2 weeks, he traded him. Like, you can't tell Anthony Davis, we're going to hold you hostage for almost 2 years. He will sue.
Now, they want to trade him in the offseason. So.
He will sue?
Yeah, Derek.
He signed a contract.
Derek, if he knows for a fact that y'all are holding him hostage, he can sue for arbitration. He can do that. That's a willing right of free agency rights. He can do that.
No,
You can't tell the player we're going to hold you hostage. Like, think about this. Remember the report that came out a couple of days ago? It might have been yesterday, where it was like everybody was getting a call. Was getting a call from the Pelicans to see what they wanted for Anthony Davis, except for the Lakers.
Yeah,
and then it changed because you know who picked up the phone and called Adam Silver? Jeannie Buss picked that phone up and been like, "So you gonna allow?" Because you can't do that. You can't openly do that. You cannot openly do that. That's why people don't do it for the Patriots. In a smart world, if the Patriots wanted one of your players, you would literally go to your coaching staff and be like, what are you doing wrong?
Hey, Jake,
why do you want them?
Quick pause, Jake. You got to eat crow because D'Angelo Russell's an all-star.
I don't have to eat anything.
Bro,
I said the same thing. Like I said 2 years ago, he was like, he is not going to be an all-star point guard. And I said, yes, he is. And now he's an all-star point guard. Like I said, that's all we're trying to say. I'm not saying you hate the dude. I'm not saying nothing. I'm saying that you told me no, and it happened.
Your brother is wrong because he said he was going to be voted in, and he didn't even get any votes, fam. He didn't get any votes. He got. And see, that's why I don't even want to crap on the young man because he earned something. He earned this, and it was good for him. But he got voted in because Victor Oladipo blew out his quad muscle.
It happens. I didn't know.
But I'm not about to eat crow over nothing. That don't make me feel bad. I don't care.
So
he's on my team.
So you don't think he's an all? So basically, you're saying his all.
Holy crap! I didn't say that.
I mean, you're just saying like, no. I'm just saying
your brother not right. He didn't get voted in. He didn't.
You're in denial. All right.
I'm in denial. I just.
We just want you to admit.
It's almost like people don't listen to what I'm saying. I'm just gonna speak a different language from now on.
No, but Jake,
no. My name's not Jake. It's Ake because y'all can't understand English. I guess. Come on. I just say he didn't get voted in. He earned it. He earned his way in. He just didn't get voted in.
You're going to semantics and details. Look, all we want you to say,
Dron, did I not just explain the situation to you? Derek, you weren't even on.
But all Derek wants you to say is that, hey, I saw, like I said, I peeped the vision, you did it, and then we can move on.
Yeah, like
we saw him as an all-star point guard.
He wasn't voted in, but he is an all-star. He made an all-star team.
I'm not about to repeat myself.
We said he would be an all-star.
I'm not about to repeat myself. I'm not about to.
Okay, you don't have to. You don't have to. Because he's an all-star.
Because I already said it. I already said it to Jerron. I'm not about to repeat myself. I literally congratulated this dude, and I was getting mad at Lakers fans for throwing it in people's faces. Like, I don't care. He's not on my team, but good for him. He has that team in the 8 seed, bro. He got the Nets in the 8 seed. Of course he's an all-star.
They're 6 seed.
They're the 6 seed now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
They're lit.
Yeah. And honestly, if it was more slots, he should have been voted in. We got to look at
they did add 2 new slots.
Funny. Hold on.
I'm going to get to that.
Look at Nets fans funny. They should have voted.
No, are we going to talk about how they added 2 new slots to All-Star just to put Dirk and Dwayne Wade into the All-Star game?
Hold on. They deserve it. I mean, they about to retire, and they've
I know, it just
the point where it's supposed to be. They helped build it that way.
That's cool. It's just they're just like, you know what? Let's just add spots to add people.
You know,
I mean, that can go to.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to rehash something I've already said.
Okay, well, all right.
He's not on my team. Y'all trying to make me feel bad for the dude. Like, no.
I don't feel bad. We just me and Derek just boasting right now because we peeped the vision. I feel you, Derek. I see you.
I mean, y'all had no skin in the game to peep some vision. That's the crazy part. Like, I had to actually critique this kid. Like, that's the thing y'all don't understand. Like, when I said it the way I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Hindsight is 2020.
But it wasn't hindsight. We told you this.
You're gonna be an all-star. When we peeped the vision,
No,
we already
I don't think anybody told me he was gonna be an all-star point guard.
I definitely told you were gonna be an all-star. And the reason why I know I told you you're gonna be an all-star, because like I said, you looked at me dead in my face. You know how you get, Jay. You looked me dead in my face, and you said, "No, he's not." I don't know. You might not remember you saying that. But that's exactly what you said.
You don't remember. Now, if you say
I've been on record talking to you multiple times saying that D'Angelo Russell will be an all-star.
I wish we had a podcast sooner so we could have this on tape.
I don't know. Like, we can
because you literally looked me dead in my face and said he's not going to be an all-star, and I said, "Are you sure?" And you was like, "Yeah, he's not going to be an all-star."
Holy hell! And it's almost like I said this probably 2 years ago.
You did.
And 2 years ago, I said I think the kid will be an all-star. And apparently Jerron did too. We're just saying we were right. That's it. Anyway.
He think we try to hate on we're not trying to make you feel
you
better.
You literally just said I hated the kid.
He was right.
You literally just said I hated the kid, bro.
Like I said, when I put you on Twitter, hating was the wrong
hate
word.
That kid. I don't hate
but
him.
We know that. Like I said,
it's different. Y'all will feel a lot different if y'all actually had to root for this dude and actually make him no. The way he was playing, no. There's no way in the world. Like,
no, I'm kind of mad at y'all because I want to say
it's kind of crazy that y'all decided to say that 2 years ago. There's no vision, y'all peeped. Y'all just went on a damn limb, which is okay, good for y'all. But y'all ain't peeped no vision. Peep a vision. Peep a vision means you have some logic behind it. There's no logic behind him becoming an all-star point guard 2 years ago.
I definitely remember.
Okay, what evidence
hold on. The shooting percentage went up. Let's not.
2 years ago, what evidence did y'all have that he was going to be an all-star point guard?
I said, well, I know I mentioned that his shooting percentage went up. It was like 3% too. And I was like, if you give this kid more time and get a system on him, because like I said earlier in the podcast, Y'all didn't give him no time to grow or anything.
Ron, what did I say? And what did I say? What did I say? What did I say to you? I wish we would have.
No, I know you said that. I'm just saying. So
oh my goodness.
When I tell you I peeped this vision, because as soon as this man went to Kenny Anderson, I was like, yo, he's gonna be an all-star point guard. Kenny Anderson develops point guards.
Yeah, that's his best.
He has talent to be an all-star point guard. So you can't tell me I peeped the vision. I already saw the vision. As soon as I saw the coach in the point guard, I was like, yo, this is happening.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. I don't.
The man made just team.
I don't know what
he's
going
going
to I didn't see it in the impact. I watched those 2 seasons. I didn't see it in the impact, and I ain't seen it in the numbers. Just like literally.
So he never did anything to say this kid could be a 20-point per game scorer in the NBA. You never saw any indication that his point per game could jump a whole 5 points. That was never in the foreseeable future. He would never get better than what he was.
Derek, this is all and I said this to Jerron. He agreed with me. I gave him the necessary critique that everybody else is giving my current roster. If you can't see Lonzo Ball, that's what I'm saying. Like I
see Lonzo.
The problem is we see Lonzo too.
No, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all are not Lakers fans. This is oh my goodness. I don't even want to talk about this kid. He ain't even on my team. He's not even on my team.
Well, shout out to the loading being an all-star.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
He made himself millions of more dollars than he already was going to make himself this offseason.
Look, he's picking up the millions that Draymond is losing.
That's cold. That was not even necessary.
I'm sorry,
guys. Okay. I'm not talking to y'all. Like I was trying to tell Jerron earlier. Derek, you should have been here earlier in the podcast. I explained myself. I'm just not about to do that again.
That's fine.
I'm just not. That's a waste. It's not a waste of time. I explained to you off the podcast again. It's just I've already said it. That it's on.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Like I said, Jake,
I'm not about to eat crow. You can tell your brother I'm not about to do that because he was wrong. He said he was going to get voted in. He didn't get voted in. That's all I'm saying. He's still an all-star. It's kind of like Rudy Gobert. To me, he's an all-star. He just didn't get voted in. I don't know what's fun. Okay.
No.
You want to be specific in your arguments, Derek. I'm gonna remember this. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's go back to let's wrap up the Lakers real quick. I think right now,
I hope we miss the playoffs.
You hope? I don't think you're gonna do that with LeBron James playing.
I told that earlier too. Y'all make it the playoffs.
I hope we miss the playoffs.
Okay.
You're not. LeBron James is not gonna let that happen. So you got.
That would be
out the window.
That would be one of the biggest blemishes in LeBron James' career is moving to a team in the first year he goes to that team, they don't make the playoffs.
LeBron played every minute for the rest of the season to make sure he gets some playoffs. Y'all ain't missing.
I don't even want him doing that. I don't even want him doing that. I don't want him playing a lot of. I just don't understand. Like, guys, I'm lost. I don't know what the Lakers want to do, bro. Do you want to trade all these dudes? Do you want to get Anthony Davis? Do we want to see them develop? Like, what is it? Like, I don't know.
Magic Johnson right now is completely committed, I feel, to LeBron James. I feel like Magic Johnson is
not the franchise.
I think right now, as soon as LeBron James signed his contract, he became the franchise because their best avenue to winning a championship would be through LeBron James. Let's not delude ourselves.
I'm not about to delude myself. That's just
not. No. I'm saying like
in 4 years, and you plan on still having this job, and you don't leave the coverage bare right when he leaves. That's nuts.
I agree, but some GMs are like, well, I'm smart enough. We drafted Kyle Kuzma at the end of the first round. Like some people, just end up thinking. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm Magic Johnson. Like, I'll sign Anthony. If we get Anthony Davis when LeBron's old, Anthony Davis will be 30. Like, some guys really think.
Honestly, guys, this is what I want y'all opinion on. Ultimately, like we said, we trade these 5 dudes in and in a draft pick, right? We trade Lonzo, we trade Kuzma, we trade Bi, we trade Zubac, and we trade a draft pick, and we get Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm.
What does our team look like? And how do you think that team's getting to the playoffs? And how do you think that team, if they get to the playoffs, is going to do?
I feel like you would trade probably 4 in a draft pick, so you'd probably end up keeping like a Josh Hart or something.
Oh God.
Oh
God.
So like you keep KCP.
Oh Jesus.
So you start lining up.
Keep Lance.
Yeah,
you
keep Tyson Chandler. You keep.
God.
You keep JaVale. So yeah, you're lining up. Yeah, you probably sign some free agent. A couple of free agent shooting specialists, some D League All Stars.
Wesley Matthews wants the Knicks. Let him go.
You have that too. After the trade deadline, when players get cut, you have all that. So the Lakers, if they did get Anthony Davis, there'd be something like Rajon Rondo, KCP, LeBron, AD, Tyson Chandler, or JaVale McGee.
Oh.
And then you get your depth in free agency / through other trades because they could pull off deals. You could trade something for Lance, whatever. And you don't know what you're getting back from the Pelicans. You might get a third team involved, so you might be getting something from the Suns. Huh? I mean, it hurts because that's not a very well constructed roster, but this wasn't thought out. This wasn't some type of divinely thought out plan. Like Magic Johnson literally he looked down and he realized after he signed LeBron, he looked around and realized that's all I got. I think Magic Johnson literally went into this season thinking we would have LeBron plus Paul George, LeBron plus.
He thought he was going somebody else, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, so literally he had. I think he was expecting to trade for somebody or to sign somebody. It didn't happen. Doesn't have Kawhi. Doesn't have anybody. And now Magic Johnson's literally like, okay, plan B. Trade for a superstar and then sign. You know what I mean? This is his plan B, and it's not as well thought out. So this year ultimately will be, okay, LeBron, this first year, you're going to show him with the superstar you get to the Western Conference Finals. Next year, we're going to get you the well thought out team, because you got to look at the team. Remember, in the offseason, after Magic Johnson's done making his move, beginning of the season, we were like, what the hell is this team? You have no shooters.
That's not our problem.
Defense, that's not our problem. Size. No. It's not your problem, but it speaks to the fact there was no forward planning into making this roster. This roster was, who's LeBron want to play with instead of what's going to be our best chance to win the most games? What would be our most well-constructed roster? Because that was one of your frustrations. Now, the problem with the roster isn't necessarily the personnel anymore. It's more effort. It's more coaching. It's more injuries than that, because you can see the talent. But my ultimate point was, if you look at how the roster was constructed, it was kind of just thrown together because you didn't get that other guy. And the way the roster was constructed is evidence to the fact that you didn't get that other guy, so they just threw it together. And I don't think anybody disagrees with me on that.
Any more Lakers talk?
We're just looking at Magic. I feel like right now everyone is starting to slowly see, all right, Magic, any day now, we're expecting to make these big moves. And secretly, Jake is being super duper critical. He's putting on a critical thing. You don't even have a critical thinking cap, because it's your skull cap. That's how you always think, Jake. Where other people literally, it's like in the dirty clothes bin in the back of their closet. They don't even know if they have a critical thinking cap. You know what I mean? So
I just feel like something's gonna go wrong, and I'm gonna laugh.
It already has
gone wrong.
They didn't get Paul George. They didn't get Kawhi, and now they're not going to get
guys. I don't consider that going wrong.
Well,
I don't want playoff P.
You don't want playoff P, Jake.
You Paul George had a great season this year. Calm down.
But like,
no, guys, but y'all have always known that I had never thought of Paul George to be in that tier of AD, Kawhi, KD, Clay. Like I never thought him to be in that tier.
No, but y'all was supposed to have Paul George.
Him and I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna
have Paul George, LeBron in your young core.
Oh Jesus! When I say y'all gotta realize when I say stuff like this, I'm not hating on the player. Like Jesus Christ, I'm not. If I could have Kawhi or freaking Paul George, come on, guys! Like, come on.
No, what I'm saying is, y'all was supposed to have LeBron and Paul because remember, you want to have to trade for Paul George. I just supposed to get signed. You're supposed to get LeBron and get Paul George because that way you would have had to trade your young core to get Kawhi. That was Magic Johnson's plan. We're gonna sign Paul George because he said he wanted to come here anyway, and then we want to sign LeBron and have the young core and move on from there. But Paul George was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay with Russell Westbrook. And then Magic was like, what do we do? So we're gonna sign Rondo, we're gonna sign Michael Beasley, gonna sign JaVale McGee just to fill in spots for 1 year. And then we'll try again next year. And now he's like, hey, we can get Anthony Davis, so let's go shoot that shot.
Oh man.
And like to me, like it's obvious to me. I know you don't like Paul George, like Dron.
No.
He not saying he doesn't like Paul George. He said he'd rather have Kawhi. Okay, keep going.
Because Jake said Paul George could not be the third best player on a championship team. Like literally, Jake
did not say that.
Well, hold on, Jake.
No, Derek.
Me and my brother.
No, Derek. Let's get this straight. You compared him in the third best player in the context of Chris Bosh, a Hall of Fame power forward. I don't think Paul George is making the Hall of Fame. I'm not about to compare them three. I mean,
no, Paul George made the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, like I don't know. You're wild. You don't think Paul George is making the Hall of Fame?
It's a basketball Hall of Fame, bro. He's making it.
What? Whoa. This man doesn't. I don't know why you don't like. Why you have such a disdain for Paul George? Look at his career numbers.
Why is that a disdain when I say somebody's not going to make the? There is a gigantic leap between an average NBA basketball player and a Hall of Famer. I never said that he was terrible. Chris Bosh is a 10-time All-Star. What are we doing? Chris Bosh got 2 rings.
Yeah.
What has Paul George done to be in the league of that?
Oh, okay. So I said, right. We're assuming that Paul George could be I was saying Paul George.
Eric, I said he could be the third, but we're not going to compare to Chris Bosh. You were not listening to what I was saying because you kept laughing at me for saying Chris Bosh was a better basketball player than Paul George.
Yeah, I just thought it was so crazy that you thought like the difference in skill was that vast. Like I would understand if you thought Chris Bosh was like marginally better, or moderately better than Paul George. I understand you're gonna go back to this whole Chris Bosh invented switching onto the guard and the pick and roll and all that stuff.
No, I didn't say he invented. See, you were not listening to me.
No. I've said invented.
The only team in the NBA to win 2 championships, and their defense coming into the finals was they trapped the point guard. Nobody traps the point guard coming down the court every time. You can't do that if your power forward isn't great. That's all I said. Paul George might win the Defensive Player of the Year award. He should probably this year. He should.
Okay. And his defensive impact will be nowhere as good as Chris Bosh's.
He should be top 5 in the. Oh my God, Derek.
I mean, I'm just saying, like a multiple-time All-Star, probably a multiple-time MVP candidate, a possible Defensive Player of the Year,
MVP candidate. This is he's probably gonna be in the top 4 in voting. What are we talking about?
You don't think I'm saying you don't think he could he's never been top 5 in MVP voting. Wow. Okay. All right, maybe I got that wrong. So you're thinking he will
terrible. I'm not.
No, I'm just saying like I don't see how you think he's just not going to make the Hall of Fame. How he's just not comparable to Chris Bosh.
Yeah, right now.
right?
Do I think that when I vote, I don't think Donovan Mitchell gonna make the Hall of Fame, but Donovan Mitchell got Hall of Fame talent.
You don't. Okay. So until a player is in the Hall of Fame, you don't think they're going to make the Hall of Fame.
Terry, accomplish something in your career that gets you into the Hall of Fame. I could care less about your talent. He's accomplished nothing.
Paul George.
And then if you don't accomplish anything, be very, 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 very good at something over a long stretch.
I don't see how you say stuff like Paul George hasn't accomplished anything.
How old is Paul George?
I know, like it's wild. Like Jake, right?
Paul George is 30.
Huh?
Paul George is 30. He said, how old is he?
It's all in there. I mean, Paul George was great, and then he got those legs snapped.
And then he came back better.
Wasn't
that he's great? He came back as a better basketball player. But Derek, what's wrong with being a multiple-time All-Star and a really good basketball player in your generation and not be like? Are we gonna call everybody a Hall of Famer?
I mean, the Basketball Hall of Fame kind of does that.
Yeah.
Are y'all high?
No, who? Okay.
Name a basketball Hall of Famer that should not be in the Basketball Hall of Fame. And if you don't be disrespectful,
Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller is at the top of a lot of people's most overrated players of all time list. Very easily. I'm not saying to me he's not a Hall of Famer, but I know a lot of people who would make that argument.
No, actually, Derek is not lying because you search on YouTube right now and they're going to be like 30 videos of why Reggie Miller shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. He's not lying about that.
Oh my God.
And I know that as proof because I watched like 5 of them.
He literally revolutionized basketball. Oh my God, I hate NBA fans so much. Derek, let me guess. These are white dudes with the supercuts haircut and glasses.
Oh no.
Hey, well, you don't have to get racial here.
Exactly.
Right.
White. We love our white guys with the haircuts.
No, it's that the wannabe analytical side of NBA of the NBA fan, right? Like,
I mean, aside from make a bunch of All-Star games, what has Reggie Miller like? Okay, you're saying he revolutionized basketball. I'll give you that. Okay, he helped.
I'll give you that. Literally, he's the precursor to how everybody plays in the NBA.
How more people.
I can't believe. Oh my God. Okay, is there anybody else?
What? No. John Starks a Hall of Famer?
Is who?
John Starks.
John Starks is not in the Hall of Fame.
Good.
He said good.
Oh, damn, that's so wrong.
It feels good. Oh no.
Oh my God. Oh no, Derek, he's not in the Hall of Fame. Holy hell. I can't. I'm so flabbergasted right now. I just said that he's a multiple-time All-Star, one of the best defenders in the NBA, and a 20-point per game scorer. And right now, he's not in the Hall of Fame, and y'all got mad at me. This is nuts.
Oh, nobody mad at you.
But y'all question it like that's a crazy.
My question is like, why would you not want him on the Lakers?
No, it's not a crazy state. I didn't want him for the Lakers because he didn't want to be there.
Wow. I mean, at the time we did not know that though. All I said was plan deadline Paul George, and his plan was to sign Paul George and LeBron.
No, John. So the previous offseason, he said he wanted to come, and then that season started, and then he changed his tune, and then he got traded to
He said that he had to think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
He never said that he never came out and was like, I don't want to play with the Lakers no more. So all I'm saying is,
yes, he did.
Magic,
He literally said, I don't want to play with LeBron or the Lakers.
and is that before Magic made his plan?
You got to realize Magic's been our GM for 3 years.
Sure.
You got to realize he's been there for 3 years. So, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he came and said that after
he was traded to the Thunder, yeah. But he went from it's kind of like what Kyrie did. He went from I want to play there, I want to go there, only there, to we'll see. So when I hear that, I'm like, okay, he's not coming, or he is thinking about other options, which he's improved on.
Which is fine. I'm just saying, all I'm saying is Magic Johnson, when he heard we'll see, he was like, well, I'm gonna go with the fact that it's the Lakers and I'm Magic Johnson. I'm pretty sure Magic Johnson was
not like we didn't make an attempt at him.
And he said, I'm gonna sign LeBron and Paul George. He signed LeBron, he didn't get the Paul George, and then at that point, he had no backup plan. So he signed Rondo and McGee.
I know that.
That's what I'm saying.
So what are we arguing about?
What are we arguing about?
That's why I kept puffing and puff. I know all of this, guys. I just don't know right now. As a fan, I don't know right now. Magic looks a little lemon booty. Rob Pelinka looks a little lemon booty. I just want Lonzo Ball to get healthy. Brandon Ingram's playing the best basketball he's played the whole season right now. Kuzma's been banged up. Josh Hart's been banged up. LeBron just came back. I don't know. I don't know if this team's going to look. This team would have played 50 games together, right? Or 50, what would be 50, 54? Well, we're 20. We're 23 and 20. So it'll be 54 games by the All-Star break. So something right around there. I don't know.
Okay. So
I'm just saying I don't know what my team's gonna look like, guys. It's up in flux. I don't know how.
You don't know what's that? Half the players you just named could be Pelicans by tomorrow. Of all we know.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel. That's all I'm saying.
That's why we're here talking about it. So much fun, speculating, so much fun. So this is what I think is gonna happen. I think Dell Dempsey is gonna get peer pressured by the rest of the NBA, and he's not gonna trade Anthony Davis. They're gonna shut him down, or they're gonna play him. Whatever they want to do, because if he wants to play and blow out his knee, that's on him, right? Because then he'll be forced to sign that. I mean, he won't be forced. We see what happened with DeMarcus Cousins. He just need a year to rehab and stuff. Show people you still got it. It's whatever. Anyway, they probably shut him down though. So you shut him down the rest of the year, and you go to the offseason. I think the Lakers, now that LeBron is back, as they start to get more healthy, their goal is going to be the fourth seed and up. So I think if they get the fourth seed, they will make a playoff run and probably get it to the Western Conference Finals. If not, at least the second round. And if any one of those players really shows up, if Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, and or Lonzo Ball, if any one of those players has really strong performances in the playoffs, it's going to really boost their trade value. It's going to make fans like you really enamored with those players and their potential. It's going to make it really hard to trade. And I think ultimately it's going to be a very interesting offseason because let's say it's a whole bunch of variables. If KD goes to the Knicks, right? If KD goes to poverty and thinks he can hoist up the
Did you call the Knicks poverty?
Yeah. I'm just gonna let that go. I mean, this is
if you could hoist up the turd of a franchise. If KD thinks he could do that, good luck to him, right? So KD does that, and then the Knicks trade away their first overall pick because that's what the Knicks are going to do for AD, or they offer that up, or Kyrie goes to the Knicks because Kyrie thinks the Earth is flat and he loses all sense and he just wants to go and play for the Knicks. Well, then okay, that's one trade partner out. That's two trade partners out because if Kyrie Irving actually goes to the Knicks, the Celtics have no reason to get Anthony Davis. Why would we do that knowing he's a one-year rental and now we don't have a superstar to put with him? So you don't have the Knicks. You don't got the shot at Zion. That's out. You don't have the Celtics. Okay. So then you're talking about like the Bucks. As soon as AD says not signing with anybody but the Lakers, The Bucks, who are they're still the second or first seed in the Eastern Conference. If they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, or possibly to the finals, even if they lose, they're gonna blow up that team to get a player for a rental. So, but the Raptors, like when they lose Kawhi, they're going back to poverty. They're going back to they're going back to being like a dumpster fire, right? I mean, like as soon as this summer hits, I feel like the Lakers are going to be in the best position, assuming that one or two of those players, or young players, shows out. Now the opposite could happen, and one or two of them could get detrimentally injured, and now you have less pieces. But I ultimately think LeBron James is going to lead this team to a second round exit, or more likely a Western Conference Finals appearance. And one or two of those players is going to have like signature moments, signature games, signature series that's going to boost their trade value. And it's going to make it really hard to trade those guys. But ultimately, the Pelicans are going to realize, y'all, we're getting peer pressured, but when it comes time and we need one of you guys to take Anthony Davis, y'all aren't going to negotiate with us. That's the thing, too. All these teams are calling the Pelicans, right, and telling them, don't trade with the Lakers. Wait it out. Wait it out. But when you negotiate with them, when Danny Ainge comes back and says, like, assuming they tell to keep Kyrie, you can't have Jason Tatum. He's a rental. We're not going to mortgage our young superstar for your rental player. He's not, if he doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, teams are going to hardball you guys. That's one of the things about this whole collusion thing that trips me out, because it's like, we're not friends. Like, stop talking to me, Danny Ainge. Like, I'm not your guy. Like, I appreciate, your concern, Greg, because I'm not trading Anthony Davis to you guys. There's no way.
Danny Ainge just said what he said because he wanted to have a chance to trade for him. Because he can't trade for him until the offseason. That's the only reason why Danny Ainge would call the Pelicans to tell him not to trade with the Lakers. Just because he wants
the whole league colluding against the Lakers, right? Y'all aren't friends.
Exactly.
Y'all aren't friends. Like, y'all aren't going to go to the table and be like, whew, we got the bum-ass Lakers niggas out of the picture. Now we can do a deal. What? That's not how it's going to work. It's going to be, okay, now I'm going to screw you over after I screwed the Lakers over so we can come out on top.
Exactly.
So like if I'm Del Demps, right, I'm being like, yo, I could get Lonzo, Brandon, who's going to give me? Like, if it was me, I'm taking all of them. I'm taking that unprotected pick in 2023, right? You know what I mean? And I'm clicking my heels that Anthony Davis gets off the plane and fractures just whatever. Right? Not saying I want it to happen, but like, in GM logic, you hope the asset you flip depreciates. You know what I mean? So ultimately, I think that would be what is the best for the Pelicans right now. But I think what's going to end up happening is they're actually going to get less, assuming my scenario plays out.
If I'm the Pelicans right now, if that trade that was put on Twitter, Lonzo, Ingram, Kuzma, first round pick, if that being an offer right now, if I'm the Pelicans, I'm literally calling the Lakers like, yo, can we get this done tonight?
Yeah.
I'm not waiting. Nah, because like you said, if Kyrie leaves the Celtics, it kind of you stuck playing with trade with the Lakers at that point, because there's no reason for any other team to trade for him. So if I'm the Pelicans, I'm getting the best value right now. You don't want to beat it. I'm treating Anthony Davis like the Knicks did Kristaps. You don't want to be here? All right, we're going to get you out here now.
I heard the Sixers are willing to give up Markelle Fultz and Jimmy Butler.
For who?
Davis.
That ain't going to work. Don't be trolling over here.
I commend all y'all scenarios, but I cannot see that happening, all because there's so much hatred in people's hearts for the Lakers that nobody's going to want to do a deal with us.
Look, Anthony Davis is going to be a Laker. It just depends on if it's going to be right now, or if it's between now and the next year and a half, he's about to be a Laker. So you're not stopping that. So you might as well go and trade to the Lakers now, and go ahead and get the best value you can. I forgot a person. They said that trade proposal was Ingram, Lonzo, Kuzma, and Zubac in the first round pick. What are there to think about? Pelicans, what are you thinking about? There's nothing to think about. I'll take that mess right now.
See, y'all have national news. I have insider news. Apparently, Magic's been on the phone with this dude for a week so far, and is giving him 4 draft packages. 4 trade packages.
And I'm a Pelican. I'm picking the best one out of that 4.
Yeah,
and I'm taking it.
Yeah,
because like Derek just said, if you go and say you lose Kyrie and y'all decide to trade for him anyway, at that point, I ain't giving up Tatum. Y'all don't have Kyrie no more.
And plus,
and then the Knicks, the Knicks don't have nobody to trade for Anthony Davis no more. They traded their asset.
And let's go ahead and assume, okay, so let's say Kyrie stays in Boston, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the Celtics play hardball, let's say Jason Tatum has a phenomenal showing, they get to the finals, and Jason Tatum averages something crazy like 25 points per game. And even if they lose in 5 games, Jason Tatum is right now, he's borderline untouchable. If he goes into the playoffs and shows out for even 3 or 4 games in in an Eastern Conference Finals or Western Conference Finals, he's going to be untouchable. He's going to be untouchable. So then, like I said, you're not friends.
Exactly.
In the NBA, the enemy of my enemy is not my friend. It's just we don't like the Lakers. I don't know. I don't know why it's the Lakers, because half the time when you trade these players to teams not the Lakers, you end up screwing yourselves over, right? Oh, Greg Popovich, we're not trading him to the Lakers. Okay, now you got DeMar DeRozan, a dude who's, he's all right. But now you guys are going to be hard stuck because you guys are never going to be bad enough to get that good pick. And you guys are never going to be good enough to get a marquee free agent. You just got a guy that has a really good mid-range game. You block Chris Paul going to the Lakers, and yet got Eric Gordon.
With knee injuries.
Come on. If people want to go to LA, this is what you do. You let them go to LA so no one else can go to LA. And then you play basketball for the next 5 years. And if people want to go to LA, you trade them to LA. And then you play basketball. If people want to go somewhere, unless they have options, and let's say I want to go to LA and here, you could choose to play hardball and say, we're not going to trade you there, right? But if I'm this, I'm telling you, if Kawhi Leonard leaves, right, and he does not stay with the Raptors, and he goes even to the Clippers, this whole, we're going to keep you here and try to convince you that our city is great shit is dead. It's dead. Because when we see the returns, when we see Kyle Lowry strutting up the court on the way next season to a 28 and 54 record, right? When we see that shit, we're gonna remember, oh yeah, well, we probably should have traded him we could have had something. We could have had a future.
Yeah.
We're not gonna trade Ingram.
Well, Derek was throwing a wrench in your plan is that Paul George stayed, right? But
Paul George stayed. That was weird. To me, that was weird in the fact that team, I don't know. To me, the fact that Billy Donovan is allowed to stay their coach, I guess it's just because that team is so good defensively this year.
Yeah.
And the fact that they got rid of Carmelo.
Yeah.
That team is just looking.
Yeah, they're playing, both of them cats are playing really good basketball right now. And, he stayed.
I think the Thunder situation was different because they have Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, they have a superstar. It's different. Oh, now I see what you're saying, Derek. Mm-hmm. When you are the sole superstar on a team, you playing that we're going to keep you here is stupid for 1 year.
Yeah,
exactly.
Ah, okay. Well,
what did you leave? You're leaving New Orleans because they didn't surround you with enough talent. Now you go into a franchise where OG Anunoby's your number 2. Oh no, Pascal Siakam's your number 2. No. An aging Kyle Lowry is your number 2.
Yeah, if you watch the Raptors this year, if you kind of hold Kawhi down, that team is kind of bad. That team is a little suspect, though.
Yeah.
They still show the flashbacks of the Raptors of the last 3 years, honestly.
Lemon Booty Central. Okay. So That's my thing. Like these teams got to stop acting like, yo, we got to protect the league from the Lakers. We don't want our free agents going to Los Angeles. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm tired of that stuff because I'm not even a Lakers fan. It's just annoying seeing the NBA bend over backwards to screw the Lakers. Because like we could have had some really great teams. We could have had some really great basketball if teams just weren't hard headed. If people we're not LA, you want to go to LA, so no, we're gonna trade you here. I mean, Paul George, I guess it worked out, right? But it's not gonna work out for a lot of these other guys. It's just not. It's not gonna work out for the teams. It's not gonna work out for the players. It didn't work out for Chris Paul. He wanted to go to the Lakers. He got traded to the Clippers. Wasted a good 4 or 5 years of his career. Like I'm done talking about it. I really just want Dell Demps to do the sensible thing. I think he should trade Anthony Davis, move on, let this team. Your team is already like 12th, full tank, full.
Yeah, not like I'll do it anyway. So.
You know what I mean? Like you release Drew,
especially for this draft. Like, honestly, man, RJ Barrett, Zion Williamson, and Ken Reddish are franchise-changing players, and they all play for one team.
You got Drew Holiday there too. Guess what? You wasted his.
Like, as much as I like Zion, RJ Barrett's a better basketball player than him.
No doubt. That's like a low key fact that people just don't want to admit because Zion,
RJ Barrett is a walking 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and impact. Not just stat line, impact coming into your NBA basketball team.
He's like Jason Tatum plus.
People forget he was the number one. People forget he was the number one basketball player in the country. So
it's just because Zion is like a.
Oh no. Zion gonna be nasty in the NBA though. Yeah.
No, I'm not. But Zion's like
he's gonna be a monster. 15
He's like a defensive tackle with like near point guard foot speed.
Yeah. That's a good comparison, Derek. Yeah, but RJ Barrett is like illegal. So like, if you can tank and get him, like let somebody go get Zion, let them be happy. But you go get RJ Barrett, go do that.
Yeah,
and like we could. Shit.
Like the Pelicans too. You're not only wasting AD's like time in your time, you're letting your assets, your other assets, because you got to remember.
They already said they're fielding trade interest for Drew Holiday already.
And Mirotic. I would love Mirotic.
Like the Pelicans know what's up. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand what you're waiting on. Like you can get a package of at least 3 of those young core from the Lakers. I don't know what. I honestly don't understand what the holdup.
Okay,
trade them.
We'll be off this in a minute. All I just want to say is, man, I just don't want to trade that many people, man, for one guy. I know
you don't, but I mean, I'm just thinking from the Pelicans' interest.
Yeah, from the Pelicans' interest. Oh yeah, you ski mask us as hard as you can, but I
don't see what the problem is.
Jeron and Derek, like I'm okay if they ski mask us. I don't want to help them put the ski mask on.
You don't want to go buy the ski mask.
Yeah, exactly. Like give it to them as a present. Like you're gonna have to take this, and it looks like Magic is like, yeah, go ahead, fam. Like, which one you want? You want the North Face brand?
I wrote
it's made out of cotton. I can get you the one that's made out of satin. Like we can do this. Like
I got the on that Young Jeezy lyric. Got to step it up a notch. Iced out ski mask. Yeah,
exactly. Like, come on, fam. Like, I don't want us to help them do it. So, like, if the trade value ends up depreciating over time, that can only help us. So
it would help if it would help you guys, and ultimately it would just leave egg on Dell Demps' face. But yeah,
like,
man,
one person I can keep, Derek. If I can keep Lonzo, I'll be happy. Everybody else can go.
I would love to see Lonzo actually have an opportunity to be the point guard. I think he could be. I think, him being an LA kid, actually being drafted by the Lakers and have a chance to develop is the best story for me personally, because I'm a Lonzo Ball fan. I like his game.
Yeah, I like his game.
I like a lot of people wish he would take
his defense, bro. It's not anything else. Like we struggle to get consistent defensive stops, and if we want to be in the West, you need a guy that can play defense. And he has perennial first team All NBA defense written all over him.
Lonzo our best defender.
You don't give up guards like that. Like people want that on their team, and from the point guard position. So it's like plus trading a homie when he was just playing his best basketball and he hurt. That's rough. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We can get on to the, as Derek called, poverty.
No, the bum ass Knicks. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so I'll start.
Okay, do y'all have a problem with the trade? Because I really kind of don't.
I don't.
No,
have
I don't have a problem with it.
I don't have a problem with the trade. I don't have a problem with the implication from both sides. Because ultimately, the Knicks, I don't know if they just lied. Because this is really weird. So Chris Stapps walks into your office one morning and says, "I don't want to be here," and you have him traded in the afternoon.
Derek, let's just call a spade a spade. They was already filling trade offers for him already.
Yeah.
So like, let's.
They literally just put that story out so it wouldn't be a shock that they traded him. They already knew what they wanted to do.
So my like, to piggy off what John said right quick, like, Derek, like, honestly, what happened is Chris Stapps had that meeting like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
They sat on that story and just told the media now. Like, Chris Stapps knew what was happening. Like, the Knicks knew what was up. Yeah.
All right.
Knicks knew what he was doing. Chris Stapps knew what was going on.
I really honestly don't think trades can happen that quick. If they can, then the Knicks are really idiots, because that's dumb what they just did. But yeah, I think this was something coming for weeks.
I mean, even though they knew what was going on, they're still idiots. But
yeah. So apparently, the truth that came out and said that Chris has been cleared to play.
Well, we about to see.
He's been cleared to play. And
they said he's not playing for Dallas this year.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he don't want to be in Dallas.
Well,
he didn't show up, bruh. Like, people don't. Derek, you know he's not in Dallas right now, right? Like, Jerron, did you know that? Like, he's not in Dallas.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Like, none of them are. None of the pieces went to Dallas. They are not there yet.
Yeah, they're not there yet.
Yeah, like, he's not going there anytime soon. Like,
no, he's still rehabbing his ACL.
Yeah, like,
is he he's in Europe somewhere right now? Ain't he?
I don't know. I thought he was still in New York because he had the meeting with them like a few weeks ago. But yeah, he is. He might be a restricted free agent that might like reject a offer. Like, I don't want to be here.
It don't matter. He restricted free agent.
Yeah, I know.
But go sign somewhere else. They're gonna sign him. Kristaps don't have no choice in this matter.
No. But Kristaps could do the bet on myself thing that Kyrie's threatening to do to get out of the dumpster fire of the Cleveland Cavaliers. If you don't remember, Kyrie was saying, "I'm gonna sign my 1-year tender, and then I'll be an unrestricted free agent to sign a deal with anybody else." And he re-upped because he's it's whatever. He just, I guess, decided he wasn't really on that shit. But if Kristaps is really that guy, he said, "I don't want to play for the Mavericks." He could sign that franchise tender. I don't see it happening either because he's
friends with Dirk, I'm pretty sure he knows Luka. I'm pretty sure he could talk to the coach. And he just got there. And he's not. It'd be different. He was actually playing this season, but the fact that he hasn't even been playing this season, he just got traded. He's working on his ACL. It's okay, he's not there. I don't put any stock in that.
By the way, he's been healed, guys. Like he.
I mean, I just go by what his trainer said. They said they still working on his ACL. So.
I was about to say he's fine. I think he's been healed for about a month or two. He
probably just doesn't want to rush it.
Oh no, don't rush it. Do not rush it. But yeah, I can see him in Dallas.
Yeah. Luka and Kristaps. What do you mean?
Chris has got to get better. Chris has got to give me more than 7 rebounds.
I mean, yeah, true. But I mean,
his frame, and at this stage in his career, I don't know if he'll ever fill out the way we all hope he will. If he have that type of Giannis transformation, because he's still rail thin. But yeah, he got to get better. That team has to get better. They have to put better pieces around him. But overall, the trade, it works in theory, right? In for the Mavericks, it works outright because you're most likely to get Kristaps re-up. You got 3 more years plus Luka's. So you got 4 years of Kristaps on his new deal, and you got the rest of Luka's rookie contract plus his extension, and then you have all that time to basically build a team around those two. You give up a pick that's probably not going to be a lottery pick, so you guys are good. On the Knicks, it's a whole bunch of apparently Kevin Durant has given the Knicks like a very good sign that he wants to go.
Let's not sugarcoat this, right? The Knicks has to be 100. Kevin Durant himself needed to tell the Knicks he's coming to New York in the offseason for this to be a good trade. If Kevin Durant has not guaranteed that he's coming to New York, then it was the dumbest trade they could have done. Let's not sugarcoat it. That's why I call them the bum-ass Knicks right now. Because I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant did not give him a 100% guarantee that he's coming to New York. So New York is just their whole front office is just stupid. They're incompetent. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they're trash.
Yeah.
And they're the bum-ass Knicks.
Like Derek, for the Knicks fans' sake, I hope, for Niffin's sake, I hope that KD basically has a contract in place with them.
Exactly.
Right? But if they win another championship, why would you leave?
Exactly.
Especially since the story that nobody's talking about in the NBA that is looking more and more likely that Draymond ain't gonna get this max deal that he think he gonna get, and he might get to stepping, which give them more of a salary cap to just resign KD, Steph, KD and Clay, which honestly I think all three of them will probably be a little bit happier about, and they go fill out their roster from there. But there's no guarantee where KD gonna go. KD just might stay. KD, like, okay, I don't gotta listen to Draymond no more. Oh yeah, I'm staying, fam. Of course, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I hope for that, because honestly, basketball would be kind of better if New York was kind of popping with the basketball. But man,
hold on. People keep saying that. What have the Knicks been relevant since the 90s? Like, what is this better era of basketball waiting for? Because in a while.
It's not a better era, it's the fans. Knicks fans are funny. Knicks fans are funny. Like, they're pleasant people. They are.
We can't look.
Yo,
if the Knicks were better, we would have a more interesting NBA.
Yeah,
because it's a big market that's absolutely good.
It's just more interesting, bro. That's it. That's all it is. It's just more interesting. You know, the Celtics will be good. The Knicks will be good. That's great.
And Philadelphia will be good.
Yeah, bro. You got the market. You got the three basketball markets in there. Maybe Chicago be a little bit decent next year. Yeah, you be lit in the East.
But like I said, if they don't have that confirmation, this is the dumbest trade.
This is stupid. Like, this is
because you literally, like, I understand you got the picks from Dallas, but you literally traded your second best asset for Dennis Smith Jr.
But the craziest part about this is they could have drafted Dennis Smith Jr.
I was just about to say that. Like, y'all literally could have drafted him, and y'all would have to trade for him.
Have a trade for him. 2 is because Kristaps was on a restricted free agent deal, they really could have just been like, hey, you 7'3", hurt all the time, stupid basketball player. Why don't you shut up and go sit down, and we'll trade you this offseason? Because all you had to do was find a team that would trade for him and then sign the deal. You could have gotten back so much more. If you would, they are the team, Derek, that should have held him hostage.
Exactly.
Like, they should just told Kristaps should have, if like, can we get a meeting? Okay, Kristaps, come on in. What you want? Yeah, man, I'm not really liking about, like where I am. Okay, you can leave. You can leave the office. You're not gonna trade? No. Oh God, no. Go to
the offseason.
Well, I'll talk to you in June. How about that?
Exactly.
I don't know. You'll get the you go get a deal. Go get an offer sheet somewhere.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they're the team that should quote unquote hold him hostage until this offseason. They should have not done this deal. I mean, at some point, like it's either Kyrie or him are coming. I don't know who. It might be Kawhi. You never know. Kawhi, that quiet dude in that big loud city. That's interesting. But
Look, all I know
I don't know.
is that they better get somebody because they get nobody. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh man, Knicks fans, I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, they might end up like it will be the Knicks.
Kyrie stay, and then let's say Kawhi like y'all go to the Clippers, and then KD stays. Right, bruh.
No, it'll be the Knicks. The Knicksiest thing if they ended up getting Jimmy Butler and Kemba. Like that would just be like the most Knicks thing to ever happen.
Actually, that's hard because I think Kemba is from New York.
Yeah, something like that.
I think Kemba is from New York. Kemba is from New York, so I think he would love to go. I think that's a good move. I think Kemba.
He loves Charlotte too much, bro.
I think Kemba and KD that would be a good mix.
No, I think Kemba and Jimmy. Say Kemba and Jimmy Butler, because neither one of those guys.
Hey man, just for the Knicks fans' sake, right? For their safety and their well-being, you just better hope one of these dudes go. If they get no one,
it's gonna be hilarious, Jake. It's gonna be hilarious. It'd be the funniest thing.
And you know what?
I would legit feel bad for them though. Like I really would.
Can you? I don't feel bad. I'll call your front office been trash for 25 years.
Okay, do you know why the Knicks owner is still the Knicks owner? Why he's allowed to run that dumpster fire? It's because Madison Square Garden is just routinely so well sold, despite the record, that it's still profitable. That man probably doesn't even know like what the difference between a point guard and a center is. That man probably has no basketball acumen whatsoever. But what ended up happening is, number one, well, I got this franchise, and billionaires it's a club, so it's a dick measuring contest. You don't want to sell and say I was wrong, I can't do this. So his ego's on the line, right? And he has 20 years of just bad decisions, or putting people in place to make bad decisions, and he's he's pot committed. You know what I mean? He has too much skin in the game to admit he at least has to win one championship. That's one thing. The other thing is the team's profitable. We're still selling tickets? Oh, okay, yeah. I guess, if it's not costing me any money, it's making me a little bit of money. It's an asset. It's only going to appreciate with time. And, good or bad, people might trash me, but I'm a fucking billionaire. Who cares? Bro just keeps the team. If the team if people just stop buying merch, stop going to see the players play,
they're too loyal.
It won't happen because the Knicks their attendance is too strong, which is really indicative of how good the fan base is.
Their attendance does not go.
Yeah, their attendance is too strong for it to really impact ownership at all. Unless he pulls that old Clippers owner and just gets caught on tape saying something wild, he's gonna be the Knicks owner until he dies.
Yeah.
So, yeah, James Dolan just has a pass to do whatever he wants, so long as that team remains profitable. Ultimately, look at it like I don't know why you see what happened to what do you call it? You saw what happened to Amar. You saw what happened to Carmelo. Why, as an NBA superstar, after seeing this team be inadequate? Because at least with other organizations, you see a new regime. You see them draft players, right? Or you see, you know what I mean? Like you see they have people in place that make really good decisions. Like I guess Steve Mills is that guy. He's their Jerry West. He's their Pat Riley. I don't think it's equal. So, but the point is, in order for bad organizations to become relevant, you need a hallmark executive in office. You need expert drafting. and then you need a charge to agree that it's a good place to go to. The Knicks just traded their best example of we have an expert draft. We have the ability to draft accurately. The only time they hit, they just traded that guy away. So that's strike one. Because one of the key things about making a contender in the new NBA is that one of the guys you have, one of your main guys has to have already been there so that you can grandfather in these other guys' contracts. Like when Dwayne Wade went to not Dwayne Wade, when LeBron went to Miami, they signed LeBron, they signed Chris Bosh, and contractually it worked out because Dwayne Wade could be grandfathered in because his extension wasn't like, you know how it works in like 2K. Like you can go over the salary cap if you're re-signing players. You can't go over.
He got the bird rights. You got to have the bird rights to one of the players.
They're not going to have bird rights unless they trade for a player, right?
Exactly.
And now I understand. We're gonna have room for 2 max salary free agents, but now you can't fill out your bench. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, okay. I mean, I guess you have Kevin Knox, and I guess you might bench DSJ, who I'm sure is going to be ecstatic. He will be so happy to play half a season in New York to see Kyrie Irving walk in there and take a starting spot. Yeah, watch that kid get traded. That's one. Number two, that hallmark executive, I don't think it's Steve Mills, and I don't think the ownership has done anything to show any players, you can come here. It's good. We're not trash anymore. Like Jerry West going to the Clippers, getting rid of Blake Griffin, getting rid of DeAndre Jordan, pretty much wiping the slate clean, giving Doc Rivers a young team to work with and compete and have fun with. Good. Jerry West with the Warriors, drafting Steph, drafting Clay, getting Draymond, assembling that team basically from scratch, and then luring Kevin Durant. He basically did that. He basically got that team off the ground strictly through the draft. And with all those guys having their bird rights, was able to sign Kevin Durant and also build a great bench. That's why the Warriors are so unique in that, is that they literally did a lot of their work beforehand, and Kevin Durant was just the icing on the cake.
Yeah,
it's going to be really hard for that ever to happen again.
Yep, pretty much.
The Heat, the first dynasty, in this era. Literally, Dwayne Wade held down the fort, waited for LeBron to come, waited for Chris Bosh to come. You had Pat Riley basically in the wings, making all this happen. You know what I mean? And then they were able to fill out their bench, and they were able to win 2 rings. The Knicks have done none of the footwork required besides get that max free agent, those max contract slots.
Yeah,
cap room. That's not enough.
Kevin Knox looked like he was going to be that guy, but he's like completely tailed off
because he's a rookie.
Yeah.
So Steph had years.
Steph
had years. Dwayne Wade was a multiple. I said, Paul George is a multiple-time MVP candidate. Dwayne Wade was a legit multiple-time MVP candidate. He was a Finals MVP when LeBron came.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You can't say this is one of the issues we have with the Lakers. Your young guy who can be a superstar isn't going to turn into a superstar just because you put him next to a superstar. It's not how it works.
Yeah.
It probably gets harder because now you have expectations and you don't have the ability to make those mistakes because the spotlight is so bright. So Kevin Knox, you can't just go. Kevin Knox has potential, but guess what? He needs time to screw up. He needs, like Kyrie had years. Kyrie had years to screw up to lead that team into non-playoff appearances after non-playoff appearances until the year before LeBron came. It finally looked like that team was going to do something. Good players need time. Not everyone's going to be LeBron and lead their team to the playoff the year after he gets drafted. It's just very rare. Like Donovan Mitchell was an anomaly. You know what I mean? So the Knicks, like I said, they're not. To me, if I'm a superstar from Kevin Durant, I'm like, it would be fun in 2K if I went to the Knicks, but in real life, In real life, I'm gonna go here for the next 3 to 4 years, right? Because you're gonna do the 3-year deal, the player option, right? I'm gonna have to live in New York, which won't be bad, but you're gonna go from living in Southern California to living in a place where it's just a completely different environment. You can't compare the two cities, right? You can't not cities, but you can't compare the two areas because but you get my point. You're gonna move from there. And then you're also going to have to deal with the fact that you're dealing with an owner who has been known as the owner of the poverty franchise of the NBA for the last 2 decades. Like, you got to deal with that guy. And then you got to deal with the fact that your roster really won't be well constructed, assuming you get that other mascot. Like, I know Kevin Durant thinks very highly of himself and he wants to prove himself. If I'm Kevin Durant, I just go to the Nets. The Nets are a completely different story because their young players have had the time to figure it out.
Derek.
Their offense has had the time to show that they're at least decent.
Yeah, Derek, you literally said what I've been thinking is the Nets are going to be the team to get one of these dudes secretly.
Because they got the cap space.
They got the cap space. They got an all-star. And they got 2 really good guards. Other guards with him. So, yeah. If I'm KD, I'll go to the Nets. Really, honestly. I'll go live in Brooklyn. Why not? You got one of the best arenas in basketball. You know.
The jerseys are iconic at this point. To me, like, the fact that the jerseys are just, to me, they're so sick, but the team has been so bad. It's just a shame because, like, it's just, you know what I mean? Like I feel like, like, there's going to be one player that's going to make those jerseys. Like, somebody, like, it's just, we're just waiting for the guy. We're waiting for a Durant or, an Irving retro black and white Nets jersey for you to rock. Because you could just see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could just see, you could just close your eyes.
Because as soon as that happened, Jay-Z gonna hop on stage in one of them things.
I told you guys. Like,
bruh.
Jay-Z.
Bruh. And as soon as Jay-Z hop on stage with one of them jerseys on, bruh, I tell you, you when you walking around Atlanta, you're just gonna see a whole bunch of Brooklyn Nets jerseys. Because they match everything.
The Nets are like literally after lemon bootying the better part of a decade of their franchise, they're in a position to actually change their fortunes the right way.
No, I was telling Jake before you hop on the podcast, the Brooklyn Nets kind of laid the blueprint of how to rebuild a franchise.
Without high draft.
That's what I'm saying. Without draft picks, too. Like, not only did you rebuild, you did it without draft picks. Like, that's crazy. Like, they literally did the opposite of what the 76ers did.
Yo, not only did they do it without draft picks, they did it after coming off of one of the biggest free agent spending blunders in NBA history. Getting Paul Pierce, Darren Williams, and KG at the same time was a horrible mistake.
And Jared Wallace.
Yeah, horrible. Horrible. Oh, my. I mean, I think we've covered everything. One thing I want to get right quick, guys, is how y'all feel about your teams right now. I think y'all already know how I feel about my
Sixers are third seed in the East, so
they're the what?
Third seed in the East, so
yeah.
To me, the Celtics, it's literally just at this point, I can't say it's early in the season. We're more than halfway through. To me, it's really like, okay, at this point, right? Are we going to be? What is our team's identity? Are we a pass first, equal opportunist team, or are we, a Kyrie ball dominant, Kyrie take us home type of team? Because if that's the type of team we are, we need to figure that out sooner than later. And our defensive effort needs to get just better. Our overall effort needs to get better, and that goes across the board for any NBA team. Obviously, those aren't really great takes, but I honestly feel like I don't feel like the Celtics are going to be a top 3 seed with the way they're playing. I think like we should be happy with 4th at this point because unless the Raptors lemon booty The Bucks have done the footwork. They deserve the number 1 seed. They're probably going to get it. And I think in the Bucks' minds, they're like, yeah, the only reason why we lost to the Celtics in the first round is because we played Game 7 on the road. And they have made sure that they got the coach, number 1. They actually got Budenholzer. I feel like people are really underrating that. And he's showing that why he was one of the best hires of last season. But they got that guy. The Raptors, they're just, to me, the Raptors, that home play, whoever plays them in the second round, free win. Free win. If it's the Celtics, if it's the what do you call it? If it's the Sixers, free win. Free is playoff victory of your life right now, the way they're playing. Not concerned about that. The Sixers, I want to see.
They're getting spanked convincingly.
Yeah.
The last month. They have been getting rocked. They really miss Valanciunas, man.
Oh, yeah. It's like Nick Nurse is a first-year head coach.
He's not a good head coach.
Like, Nick Nurse, like, you put him, like, I understand you get rid of what's-his-face, right? If LeBron is still in the East.
He is not a good head coach.
You get rid of Dwayne Casey, who has had the most experience, who would probably be way better suited to handle a new player like Kawhi. And now you have a first-year head coach who the jury's still out on this guy. You got injuries, and then you got it's just like, why did you do this, Masai? Why?
He's a horrible GM. I keep trying to tell people the Raptors. The problem with the Raptors is their GM is overrated, and they fired one of the best coaches in the NBA. Like, okay, let's be honest. What has Nick Nurse done to that team that Dwayne Casey didn't do?
In the beginning of the season, he was making it look like Pascal Siakam was like the second coming of like.
Pascal Siakam is just a 6'7" uber athletic Andre Robinson that can get to the hole more efficiently.
I want to say it's disrespectful, but he hasn't been playing like it is, so I'm not going to argue with there. And then Serge Ibaka was looking like what we expect Serge Ibaka to look like 5 years ago.
Serge Ibaka, he's a big man off the bench at this point.
So, yeah, the Raptors, like I said, freest win.
They miss Valanciunas, bro. They really miss him. They really, really miss his presence inside because they were really good with him. Like, I think he mixed with Ibaka was a good mixture inside, but just Ibaka, they really miss. Yeah. Jerron, you really got nothing else to say about your team?
I will say that the fact that we're 6-2 in this 12-game stretch as well, because since we played the Timberwolves, which was January 15th, the next 12 games after that is our hardest stretch of the season. And the fact that we're 6-2 in that, I'm actually kind of impressed. Because I was like, yo, if we survive this stretch at 500, I'll be fine. But the fact that we're actually 6-2 in this stretch, I'm like, hey, I'll take it. That means either something has to be clicking somewhere. So it's positive vibes to be. I'm glad people forgot about Markelle Fultz because I don't think he's playing for the rest of the year. We'll see what he does next year. I need all these dumb analysts on ESPN to stop saying no, the Sixers can trade Markelle Fultz because nobody wants Markelle Fultz. I don't know where y'all getting this. He's an asset because he's not. We don't even know he can play basketball or not. So I don't know where the lies are. I don't know if y'all just doing poor reporting. I don't know if y'all hoping he's an asset or something, but we're not getting rid of him. We might get rid of him when we see he can play. I'm not saying that there's not a possibility. It's just not happening this season. So
that would be crazy.
I just hope we can get somebody in this buyout market. I know it came out that the Sixers want to get a backup center to back up Embiid because the ones we have right now we don't really have a backup center. So, I mean, if the Knicks do buy out DeAndre Jordan, I mean, if we have the money for it, I'll say go pick him up. We signed Corey Brewer to his second 10-day contract, and he hasn't been playing very well for us, so that's a good pickup. We just need to find a shooter just for playoff purposes, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm proud of my team so far. And B's still doing his thing.
Okay.
Still wish Ben could shoot, but I
that
mean,
will come. That will come. He needs to shoot. If he starts shooting, Jesus. Well, just shooting and making. It's just not shooting for the sake of shooting. He just needs to get more confidence.
No, right now he just needs to shoot so somebody can like actually guard him.
Oh yeah.
Because
so more of a threat. Yeah.
Yeah, because he has shot a little bit more, and it kind of like throws everybody off. It's like, oh, we kind of need to actually be on them a little bit. Because if it starts going in, then they're gonna have to really guard him. So, like Embiid, because Embiid even came out, he was like, I only shoot 30% from three, but the fact that I shoot from the three, people guard me differently. So he was like, Ben just needs to start shooting. Like, you had your center come out and say that? Like, come on now. Come on, Ben. Go on, just chuck that thing up.
All right. You already know how I feel about my franchise. Lord help me until next Thursday.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. Next week. Anthony Davis be on your team by next week. It's fun.
Okay, whatever, man. Like I don't know. I'm oh God.
Just go and get ready to buy that AD jersey. It's fine.
Oh my goodness. Whatever, man.
And one more thing. We actually beat the Warriors yesterday. I was absolutely ecstatic.
Yeah, y'all took it to them.
Even with Steph Curry draining those threes, we still won. So I'll take it.
That was an impressive win. That's probably the best win of the year for y'all.
That's great. You know, last year we was about to do that, and then
y'all were up by 38 points. They ended up beating y'all by 10. I remember that game.
Yeah. So the fact that we actually kept a lead and actually won, improvement.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think that's been the episode. I appreciate y'all for coming on for the first episode since our break. We're gonna do this a little different this time around. We're gonna be more routine. Episode should be out tomorrow. Yeah, we can appreciate Shelton. I want to give out a shout out to him. He's helped design this new thumbnail and a couple other thumbnails I'm gonna use, and our YouTube page. Yeah. Like, subscribe.
Hey, what about we'll talk about it later. All right.
No, I know what Derek's talking about. But yeah, like, subscribe, guys, share it, comments. Yeah. So, anybody want to plug anything?
Shout out to Tekashi69 for pleading guilty and the whole madness. No, I mean honestly, like, it's sad because do I think homie made great music? No, I think he made catchy music for the time and he was entertaining on Instagram. I know this is a sports podcast, but yeah, he rode this roller coaster to the top and now he is at the bottom. So
yeah. So fun fact, Derek. He can get up to 47 years in jail, right? Prison, right?
Minimum,
right? 47 years minimum, right?
Yeah.
If he serves that whole time, he'll be 69 when he gets out of prison.
Man, that's so sad. It's so
he was blicky with the snitchy,
I mean, he'll probably get way less than 47 because of the plea deal. I think he would have faced 47 if he fought it, but I think he's gonna cooperate. So he'll probably get like 5 or 10. But yeah, just a public service announcement to young kids. I personally don't have a problem with intelligent trolling. And this is a whole discussion for another podcast because I know a lot of people don't like trolling. I don't like trolling in the idea where you just disrespect people, just disrespect them. I think if anything, if you're going to troll people, it should be to point out something, and then you should ultimately and it shouldn't be in a malicious way. Like if you want to point out like a hypocrisy or a logical fallacy, by trolling, you know what I mean? Like when people troll about gay jokes, right? Like real men don't do this or real men do, like stuff like that. It's funny because okay, it makes you really examine what your idea of X, Y, and Z are. When you just go out and call people dickheads and tell them to suck your dick, and then people are real, so you have to be real. It's entertaining, but I'm not gonna be there when Tatashi gets sentenced. I'm not gonna write him letters. You know what I mean? And none his fans probably aren't either. So his label used him. You know what I mean? His posse used him. DJ Academics used him.
Yep.
All people are gonna use you, and they're gonna say these nice words where it's like, "Well, shout out to you." It's sad what happened to you, but at the end of the day, when you're in jail and your kids, your family's outside, and they don't have you, believe in your talent more than anything. Believe in your talent, believe in your ability to make content, make good music. And, if you're going to do stuff, do it in an intelligent way. Don't do stuff where, you're going to end up like 6ix9ine, because ultimately 6ix9ine made it to the top, but because of the deal he signed, he probably doesn't have a very large amount of money he can leave to his family. And when he goes out, his whole image was tied to him being a gangster. With him taking a deal, if he rats on anybody, when he comes out, he won't be relevant. And not only will he not be relevant, he'll be marked. So, yeah, I know that was a little that wasn't a plug. It was just it's a PSA, but
no, it's well worth the PSA. I like that.
Yeah,
we trying to help these kids. I feel you.
Yeah,
I like that. Jerron, you?
No, I ain't got nothing to plug. I guess check out my Twitter, RNVP_JRun, but I haven't really been tweeting. Maybe I should do that more.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna plug my Shopify store where you can buy Soldier Pods, Soldier Gaming, all the Soldier gear. It's www.fuckyourself.com. All right, we out.
Great.
All right. You can check me on Twitter at JTRNVP. I think that's it, guys. Yeah. Oh, Derek, right quick, Super Bowl prediction. Go.
I think the Patriots find a way to limit the Rams' ability to run the ball with Todd Gurley and CJ Anderson, and they win the game, let's say 27-17.
Okay. Cool. All right, guys. That was RNVP. Like I said, like, subscribe, comment, tell us what we're doing right, tell us what we're doing wrong. Love the feedback.
Share
it. Yes, share it, please. We're gonna do things differently. We're gonna start doing these episodes, put them out quicker and update quicker. Just had to take a little break, guys. But we're back. We're back. All right. Thanks for coming on, guys. Appreciate it.
No problem. Peace.
All right.